Hello from wherever you are watching and welcome to the Scottish Premiership season 2026-27. You will not miss a minute of this opening weekend right here with us as we start what we hope will be another impossible to predict, chaotic whirlwind of Scottish football magic. As for last season, well, it was quite extraordinary.
Stars, they come and go. They come fast, they come slow. They go like the last light of the sun, all in a blaze. All you see is glory. But it gets lonely there when there's no one there to share. You can shake it away. If you hear a story. People lust for fame, like athletes in a game. They break their collarbones and come up swinging. Some of them are crowned, some of them are downed, some are lost and never found. But most have seen it all, and they always have a story that you who gave the crown have been let down. You tried to make amends without defending.
And this news story starts right here and right across the weekend on Sky Sports. All 6 games live in a first for Scottish football. Join us tomorrow as we visit Falkirk and Pittodrie on Sunday. McDermott Park is back on the map this season. We are also at Easter Road. And then we round things off on Monday night at Celtic Park. But we begin at Tannadice, and after being minutes from taking the title to Hearts last season, Derek McInnes moved west to his boyhood club Rangers to begin a fresh title challenge. A 3-match touchline ban is under appeal, so he will be in the dugout for his first competitive match. And it is a familiar captain for him too. Lawrence Shankland will wear the armband as the McInnes revolution begins. It will be a tough opening fixture for Dundee United, who once again have undergone a bit of a rebuild over the summer. 10 new faces coming in. Jim Goodwin just missed out on guiding his team to back-to-back top 6 finishes last season in a campaign that was hampered by too many draws. Find a way to turn those into wins, and they could be eyeing a very different season this time around. It has been a whirlwind summer of hydration breaks, halftime shows and tartan takeovers, but all that is gone. The real football is back, and I'm delighted to be joined for our season's opener by everybody's favourite 2 Chris's, Boyd and Sutton, and trying to get a word in tonight, former Dundee United captain Sean Dillon. Lovely to be back. Happy new season to you all. Have you two over there had a good summer?
Yes, enjoyed the World Cup.
Yeah, I think you did.
Back to the real football now, though. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, back to the hard work.
Surprise. Rangers are favourites again for me.
Well, Sean, while these two were off gallivanting, you were back in pre-season. Happy birthday for yesterday, 43 and still going strong. I mean, most people would just ask why.
I don't know if I'm going strong or not, but it's I just love playing and I've really enjoyed it. So, yeah, it's long may it continue.
You got a little cameo as well in the dugout for Montrose in the League Cup against Dundee United. Bit of a special day for you, that one?
It was good, yeah. It gave us a good insight into how they are playing. And it's the first time I've probably had a bit of love from the other side of the city, so it was a good day.
Have you got the taste for it now?
Oh, I definitely get the buzz for it, but like I said, everything that could have went well that night went well. Fast forward 10 days, very different story going down the road after a defeat. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure just yet. I'll continue to enjoy a bit of coaching on the side we're playing.
Yeah, and possibly for Dundee United, I mean, that defeat to Montrose might well have kick-started their season, because they didn't do too badly. Yeah. After that, got themselves out of the group stage. Sometimes you need that. You maybe did them a favour, Sean.
Yeah, because I think when you look back at some of the clubs that have failed to come out, all of a sudden the managers have been under pressure. We only need to go across the city last year. The pressure that Stephen Presley was under after Dundee failed to come out the group stages of the League Cup last year, and all of a sudden it can then start to build. So I think for Jim, he'll be absolutely delighted to just get through. There's a couple of Premiership teams went out. All of a sudden the pressure then moves to them. But I think when you look at Jim Goodwin's starting line-up, there's a clear identity of where this club is going in the future now. It looks to be the recruitment will be of a certain age. When you look at Jack Walton's back in net, he's the oldest at 28. It's taken to the field tonight. So there is a clear change in the way that the football club is going about their business. And Jim has now been in charge for a number of years. He'll be looking to build something here again and get back into that top six.
Yep, well, the league campaign starts right here for these two teams. It's always fascinating to see as well the first starting 11s of the new season. A familiar face in the dugout for Dundee United, but plenty new faces vying for a starting berth. And how will the new manager at Rangers set his team up? We can go down pitch side, and Luke Shanley can bring us right up to date with all the news. Happy new season to you as well, Luke.
And to you, Ailey, and all your guests in the studio. We're looking forward to this one. And Dundee United will be looking to get back into the top six after finishing in the bottom six last season. They won 3 of their 4 League Cup group stage games. This is the starting 11 that Jim Goodwin has named this evening. And you'll see it's 6 of his summer signings starting tonight, including goalkeeper Jack Walton, who is back at the club for another spell. Michael Forbes, Jesse Randall, Dylan Tate and Joshua Rawlings all make their league debuts. So too Lachlan Rose, who scored 3 times in the League Cup group stage. His countryman Zach Sapsford, who was here last season, did the same, and they'll be looking to cause Rangers problems tonight. Well, for Derek McInnes, this will be the first look of his team in competitive action. They did draw 0-0 with West Ham at Ibrox on Sunday in a friendly. Only one change from the team that started that game. Finlay Curtis drops out, and new captain Lawrence Shanklin comes in and makes his debut, along with his former Hearts counterpart, Cammy Devlin. Ivor Pandor starts in goals after joining from Hull. Loanee Ben Godfrey is in defence. They have options on the bench, and including the new faces, Ross McCrory, although he is back for a second spell, Dan Neil, Vanya Dragicevic and Owetu Makanya. Well, that is the teams. Let's get some reaction from James McFadden, who joins me trackside. And James, looking at Dundee United first up, they certainly have that consistency in the dugout with Jim Goodwin. They've got the new faces, as I mentioned. How do you think they're going to get on tonight?
Time will tell. I think that, as is the case with a lot of teams, there's big changes over the summer. You then need to see how that plays out. Dundee United will be wanting, as you said, trying to get back into that top 6 and be competitive again. Last season they had a big problem with the pitch. It looks in magnificent condition tonight. So they'll be hoping they can get off to a good start. It's going to be a tough game for them, a bit of an unknown with Rangers because new manager and new players. But Jim will be focused on his team and hoping they can cause Rangers problems. Yeah,
just on Rangers, do you like the business they've done? Is this the sort of players they need in if they're going to have a sustained league challenge? Again, time will tell. It's always the same at the start of the season, but yeah, I do on the face of it. I think Derek McInnes, first of all coming in, knows the league, knows what it takes, knows the club, and he spoke about bringing in leaders. I think he's done that. So yeah, I think that certainly helps. But again, until we see them in action in competitive games, then you never know. But I do like it on the face of it, and hopefully it means that we're going to get a good game tonight. James, thank you very much for your time. Yes, 14 goals in the 3 league meetings last season. Hopefully we get something similar tonight and we'll have a cracker to start the Scottish Premiership season.
Yeah, let's hope so, Luke. Well, there was a little bit of kind of hanging on to find out who would wear the captain's armband for Rangers this season. Derek McInnes had a long look at everybody that he had at his disposal, and he went for the guy that wore the captain's armband for him last season. Wise move?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they know each other. I mean, there's a lot made out of... I think in British football there's a lot made out of whoever the captain is, but you know, for me, and I think any of the guys that have played in a team that has been successful, or you know, the best dressing rooms you've been in, there's always 7 or 8 leaders in that dressing room. Yes, you probably need someone, if there's meetings or that, to speak up and take control of some situations, but I think overall, and that's been one thing that Derek has spoken about, he rotated the armband in pre-season friendlies. I think he needs more leaders within the group if Rangers are going to be successful. But it was no surprise that Lawrence Shankland was named the Rangers captain. I think when you look at the way he's conducted himself at Hearts, the way he's spoken, I think he's grown into the role. It will be a huge step up from being the Hearts captain to be the Rangers. There's more responsibility, there's more added pressure comes with it, but I'm sure Lawrence Shankland will be looking forward to it.
You've worn the... Sorry.
I don't know whether there's more responsibility, to being a Rangers captain than the Hearts captain. What I would say is you look at that Rangers team, how many other candidates are there to be captain? I think that's a bit of an issue.
Is that a problem? Would you think, looking at that Rangers team?
But players can certainly grow in the jersey. But you look at that starting 11, and there's not really another obvious candidate as such, as far as I can see. But Derek's gone with what he knows. He spoke about that, so that seems to be the sensible choice.
You've worn it, Sean. How much help do you need from the other guys in that dressing room?
Yeah, you don't do anything on your own, obviously, and I think if you look back, you listen to different groups now, or different teams, they talk about having a leadership group, 3 or 4 players, maybe sometimes 5, that the manager will pull in and have a chat with. So it's very seldomly one player on their own. Like Chris mentioned already, you're not doing that, but he's obviously gone with somebody that he trusts, and trust is a big thing. So obviously hope that it goes well for him, but Derek obviously seen enough last year to know that he's happy with where he's gone.
Yeah, well, certainly a big moment for Lawrence Shankland leading the team out tonight, and we will bring you all 12 teams across this opening weekend. So let's hear from all 12 managers now on their hopes and ambitions for the season ahead.
To lift silverware, and ideally it would be a league title.
Initially to stay in the league, and in an ideal world try and push for European football. We were very close last season to doing that.
We're aiming to be a top 6 club, and we're trying to be top 6 looking at European qualification.
The challenge at the top end of the table. The last 5 seasons we've been 3 out of the last 5 we've been in the bottom 6.
Naturally to try and win the league if we can. Won't be easy.
To continuously improve.
I know the recruitment system, so I know the players coming in are always with a lot of potential.
We had a good foundation to come for this season. We have had right kind of players, so I'm very, very pleased.
I think the ones that we've acquired should suit how we want to play, and we've both got a mixture of experience, development players as well.
Really pleased, really positive for what we've done so far. Getting the work done as early as we can is always good for coaches to try and get them in as early as you can. A few of them even made it on the pre-season trip.
That's one of the strengths of the club. I think Nick Doss and his team are doing a brilliant job.
By the time that things have settled down, in other words, by the end of the transfer, that we will have some players in that I think will improve the football club.
I think we've done good business. We've signed some really interesting players, but the players we've signed are going to need time and work to improve.
We've strengthened in pretty much every area of the pitch. I think we've got great options now in the forward areas. There was a big emphasis put on trying to add a bit more pace to the team in the forward line.
We have brought a spine and a know-how into the squad that I don't believe was there previously.
Definitely the ability to consolidate the style of play. That is what we need, because everyone was so excited and proud last year.
Wins are the most important thing for a football club. You could see that last season. If we can do a wee bit of style and swagger, some goals, some clean sheets along the way, then I'll be happy.
An honest, humble team full of players who wants to play for this beautiful club.
We've added more technical players to the group, so hopefully that will be plain to see for everybody that we're going to maybe try and dominate games a bit more. We're going to maybe try and have a bit more control in possession.
Trying to play positive, constructive football where the fans can amuse themselves with and go full behind.
Hopefully a real good cup run, whatever cup that's in, or all the cups, European nights. I think when I think back to last season, some of the best nights I've been involved in football from a coaching point of view and playing.
I want the Rangers fans to be able to get up in the morning and can't wait to get to Ibrox or travel around the country, knowing that we've got game changers and exciting players.
It is a first in the Scottish Premiership here on Sky Sports this weekend. All 6 fixtures live right here. A double dose tomorrow from 2 o'clock and then an hour earlier on Sunday as St Johnstone raise the Championship flag. And we round it all off with the Champions flag raise from Celtic Park on Monday night. That is from 6:30. Right, if you go over onto Sky Sports social channels, you will find the two Chris's have given their predictions for the season ahead, and you probably don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out who's gone for which team to win the title. So, Sean, I'm going to ask you who you think is, and basically which one of these do you agree with, unless you've gone for someone completely different.
Nah, it's hard to see. It's hard to see beyond Celtic. Just over previous seasons, they get the job done. Even when it's unexpected. So, yeah, for me, it's Celtic are out there. It's up to Rangers to go and catch them.
OK, well, that's two against you.
After tonight, you'll change your opinion at the end of the night.
Why do you think Rangers can get that win?
Ellie, it's this time of the season where I've got to believe. I don't believe now. When am I ever going to believe?
Say it every season.
Well, I'm due to get it right, and I might get it right.
You might well do. Why do you think Celtic will do it again?
Mine is based on science. I don't think Celtic were particularly good last season. We all know that. That incredible run at the end. What is interesting, a couple of strikers in. I think every Celtic fan is excited about that. But then, listening today to Martin Hill interview, the possibility of losing Alistair Johnson, that would be a massive loss, and Arna Engel. So I think it's always difficult to predict right now. At the end of the window, then ask us then, really, and then we'll have a better.
It's more fun asking you now. Then we can laugh about it at the end.
I'm not convinced, friend. I'm not convinced.
I'm more convinced.
What about?
See, I'm right on it. Rangers for me.
Going strong, I like it. Wouldn't have expected anything less. Is it a two-way title race this season, or can we see, like we did with Hearts last season, another team coming up and putting in a really big fight?
You'd love to see another team doing it. The excitement last year was brilliant, so absolutely you would love more of that. But again, it's so difficult to see beyond the two of them.
Well, here are the odds, and it is Celtic then Rangers that are the favourites. But what about that? I mean, Hearts, they've got their finishing third, Hibs fourth. I mean, is there a team that you can see doing what Hearts did last season?
No, not really, because I think we all know that Celtic and Rangers were off it by their standards. Celtic lost eight league games, hadn't done that for however many years previous to that. They got over the line. I think Hearts. I think there's been a lot of talk about Hearts' exit from Europe. Took a bit of a walloping, and people have gone early on them. I think that there just needs to be a bit of patience at Hearts. New manager in place. Derek McInnes did a fantastic job. Hearts were the story of last season. Let's get that right. But now Derek has left. They've lost the league's best striker in Lawrence Shankland, and the players just need time. And the Hearts fans, I know that they won't like me saying it, but they need to be patient. And the new manager needs time to build his team.
I think the interesting thing as well is, Chris, there's been better teams than that Hearts team have lost Champions League qualifiers. Probably to worse teams than Sturm Graz were. They were well defeated in terms of the scoreline over the two legs. But I mean, I watched the first game. For large spells of that, they had good opportunities. Had they have taken that, it might have been a different story. I know it's all ifs and buts, but if you're the new manager going in there and you're trying to install confidence and build that togetherness within the group, you've got to look at those performances and take the positive from them and show that it's working. There was a lot of good phases of play for Hearts through that. It's going to be a total different style of play from what it was last season. It might take time. They might end up losing a few games along the way, but I wouldn't rule Hearts out at this stage.
And remember, Tony Bloom said about a 10-year plan. The problem is
9-year plan now
is the
they went early.
Yeah, no, exactly. So look, but they're building again, and people have to recognise that.
Well, that's the top of the table. The bottom of the table. This is the bit that I'm not going to enjoy this season. Sean, who are your sort of teams that you're putting down there? That the bookmakers have gone for St Mirren actually, and then St Johnstone and Dundee to both be down there.
Yeah, the two Saints are probably the two that are looked upon. But interesting listening to Stephen Presley speaking this week. I don't know if he's just playing things down for himself, but the way he spoke about the amount of players that they've lost and the worry and the concern that he had was interesting to listen to. Like I said, he might be just playing it down, but you know, for him to be coming out and saying that would be a little bit worrying if I was a Dundee fan, which obviously I'm not.
I mean, let's not be kidding. There's he's a big 5 clubs, but the rest of the teams, it's survival first and foremost. Yes, there's clubs that might spend a little bit more, and you look at Motherwell last year, the season they had, can they go and replicate that? I think it's going to be very difficult. You go back 2 seasons ago, Jim Goodwin got into the top 6, and everybody thought Dundee United were going to kick on. They come back, Dundee got off to a poor start last year, but then kicked on. Kilmarnock, poor start, finished the season strong. Can they go and build in last season? I think the worry would be the 2 Saints for me. I think we sat a couple of seasons ago, and people were maybe saying, look, St Johnstone going down, a chance to rebuild. I don't see that. I think it's the majority of the same squad that's coming up that they got over the line in the Championship. They had large spells where they played.
I think it was a bit more than
I think they had large spells. They had large spells where they played
really still over the line. Though. Yeah, that's right.
They had large spells where they played really when they played really well, and they got the job done. And you've got to praise them for that, for going down and coming straight back up. But I don't see the signings that St Johnstone have made that's going to take them away from that bottom zone. For me, I think it'll be St Johnstone and St Mirren, and I'm afraid to say, Ailey, St Johnstone.
Right, you can be quiet.
Yeah, I've got to say, I agree with Chris. One team which really I find interesting is Falkirk, because they Motherwell were a triumph last season, so were Falkirk, and then they've lost. Because of their success, they've lost key players. So John McGlynn's going to have it all to do to keep them up, I think.
Yeah, well, it will be interesting over the next 10 months. We kick it all off here at Tannadice, and Derek McInnes, it always felt from afar that he would sit one day in that manager's office at Ibrox. He takes charge of Rangers for the very first time in a competitive fixture tonight. His time is now. We hear from him next.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish football coverage on Sky Sports.
Some don't go to plan. Some become cherished memories. Some remind us of the importance of someone having your back. Through all life's firsts, AIG has your back. New customers save 15% off your first car insurance quote at aig.ie. AIG. Get a quote today.
Have you texted Christy about meeting here instead?
She's not got a mobile yet.
It's a phone. And a camera.
The quality.
Nana, can you turn your camera around, please?
It must be your phone.
Can
Michael,
you see
go
that?
fix your phone.
Hi, love. Just a quick note to see how you're getting on at the Gale Talk.
Vodafone, connecting you to what matters most for 25 years.
Meet Sean. He's had a long day and now the headache's kicked in. Luckily, Panadol Extra tablets were made for people like Sean and for others who want strong pain relief that's more than just paracetamol. Panadol Extra tablets are boosted by caffeine to provide powerful pain relief. That's one for Panadol.
Dad, I'm a genius. I can make us penguins fly.
That's going to be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad. Just drink it. Huh? But why?
Why? It's 40 degrees below. Did you think we were standing here for fun?
Red Bull gives you wings, but only if you drink it.
Oh.
Domino's new Italianos range. Fancy flavours, thinner crust. Order now.
Want salon quality hair every day? 8 in 10 think the answer is Tresemme Professional Thermo Sculpt Memory. For hair that feels healthier, to help lock in up to 72-hour style resilience.
It's the new Tresemme.
Try it.
This week at Lidl, fill your trolley with fresh favourites. Lidl.
Or Bacher Fúnarísin Sud, Trascany Carolina Hanlon, Con Roher Bratchel Hashtag, Amy Mackin and Trascany Phil Lohinger, and they head the whole again Amy Mackin, Straight through and knocks it off.
Looks by getting the same items at Lidl. Lidl, more to value.
Senstein Clinical Repair is absolutely the one I would use. It starts to work within 2 minutes from the very first brush to create an actual layer which helps to repair the sensitive part of the tooth. Iced coffee, ice cream, lots of things could be back on the menu. I really would recommend Senstein Clinical Repair.
Striker is on the move. He cuts inside. Now he dribbles past one defender. He's heading towards the box. He shoots! Goal!
I'm in heaven when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
Be possible. Do you like that?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And suddenly, it's everywhere.
It just gets better and better.
It's the stuff of dreams!
Oh, God, Bertha, you really.
The quiet had its turn. Now, let the noise begin. This August on Sky Sports.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish football coverage on Sky Sports.
All change once again for these Rangers fans when it comes to the man in the dugout, but this time it is a very familiar face who has been given the task of trying to follow in the footsteps of many successful managers of the past and bring title 56 to Ibrox.
You can see the history here. And this was a job that if I could write a script for myself, I'd get the chance to be here. This room, I'm sure, could tell a lot of stories. The weight of the job and the expectation. I'm determined not to let anybody down.
Does it inspire you coming in here?
I think it's got to. I used to listen along and hard to my dad telling stories about certain eras and Willie Waddle and Bill Struth and all the rest of it, but you know, and I kind of feel when I think about being the Rangers manager, I think of Jock Wallace, John Gregg, Graham Souness, Walter Smith. I want to be that type of manager, a manager who leaves his mark on the club and have a part of a successful period. I think the supporters are all desperate to get behind something. It's been such a long and tough period to be a Rangers fan over the last wee while, with so few titles, and Rangers supporters judge their managers on titles, and that's the way it should be.
What makes you ready for this job now then?
I think I've always been ready, to be honest. I think I've always been ready. Obviously I've gained a lot of experience. I know the Scottish game, I know the club, what's expected. You know, I live 10 minutes from here, driving past every morning. You know, there's always been that sense of maybe that one day I can try and get this job, and this was a job that if I could write a script for myself, I'd get the chance to be here. So obviously I'm here now, I'm determined to make the most of it.
You had that chance 9 years ago. Did you ever think you'd get another chance of managing Rangers deep down?
I didn't expect it, and I think it'd have been wrong to expect that another opportunity, but you know, maybe deep down you would have hoped. Always thought it would take another ownership for that to be the case, and back then, you know, it was a case of I didn't want to just take it for the sake of taking it. You know, my family all wanted me to take it, everybody, I wanted to take it at the time, but circumstances were different this time around, and you know, and I feel as though that it feels so right to be I trust the ownership, I trust the people I'm working with, and I think you've got to be, as a manager, you all work for clubs, no matter where it is, you've always got to work for good people within it, and I feel as though I'm working for good people here.
You came so close to winning the title last season. What did you learn about yourself and about what it takes to win a title that you can bring to Rangers and put into practice this season?
We looked like title winners for a long period. 80 points we thought might have been enough, and you know, a couple of key decisions went against us at the cold light of day, and we can't pretend. I'm not going to no speak about that, but you know, a couple of decisions went against us, and it had a huge bearing on the season. You know, there was still a bit of a hangover. Still is when people bring it up. You know, it's still a grievance. It's no, probably isn't going to ever go away. But I do think that you know, these things, when you come so close to something that you've worked so hard to get and work towards, I think it has to strengthen you. I think it's got to motivate you even more.
When you arrived here, did you come in analysing the squad as the Hearts head coach that finished above Rangers and could see maybe some of Rangers' weaknesses, or was it a case of once you were in the building, you're now the Rangers manager that maybe appreciates more what you had here?
You've always got a preconception about what maybe Rangers were when you play against them. I think Celtic looked more of a team at the back end of it, and I think that was down to maybe Martin's influence, and I thought my Hearts team were a team throughout. Rangers had really good individuals and shown that over the course of the season that got them into a position, but I just want my team to be a proper team in the true sense, that we'll look after each other, we dig in for each other and get results without playing at our best, because it's nigh near impossible for any team to play at their best week in, week out. And we've got to make sure that we find different ways of winning and dealing with certain set of circumstances, because it's a league that is challenging throughout a season, and you've got to be able to take the rough for the smooth, but within it all just find ways to win.
Chrissy says all the things that Rangers fans want to hear. He obviously knows the club incredibly well. He also knows that he will be judged on trophies come the end of the season, and that is maybe just the one thing that's been missing a little from his CV is getting it over the line and getting silverware. Is that going to be the biggest challenge for him this season?
I think it's the biggest challenge for any football manager, especially a Rangers manager that have, for the last 15, 16 years struggled to deal with Celtic. I think for Derek, the added advantage, he's at home, he knows the game, he knows the Scottish game inside out. He's probably looked at Rangers managers that have been given an opportunity before him and thought that should be me, and that's got to motivate you. I think he speaks about that in there. He understands that you're going to be judged in trophies at the end of the season, but I think, look back in previous Rangers managers as well, maybe a few of them have prioritised style and thought that we could win in a good way as such. You look at Derek and the way his Hearts team went about it last year, came so close, but I can't really remember many games that you were like, that was scintillating football. There was moments that looked good, but his main thing was to win games of football, and that's what he's going to have to do here. I think it's time that Rangers, this style of play and everybody looking for fantastic football, it has to stop. Rangers have to find a way to win games of football on a consistent basis and start winning leagues and cups again. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. But I think with Derek there, he's shown that he can win ugly, and I think that's a big thing for Rangers.
He's had a busy summer as well. There's quite a few faces that have come into the building. What do you make of the players that he's got at his disposal, the balance, the type of player that he's brought into Ibrox?
Time will tell. Lawrence Shankland, absolute no-brainer. The best striker in the country. Last season, just be interesting stylistically, how he sets up. Shankland will probably play in behind Nadiri tonight, and Derek, is happy to play a 4-4-2. I think it's really interesting what Chris says about Derek stylistically, but it is about winning, at Rangers. But if they're not winning and the team, are playing a sort of long ball game, which the clubs which Derek has managed in the past, it's about being pragmatic and getting results, and he's done that. And you look at the Rangers coaches last year, Russell Martin, from the start he seemed doomed. In many ways, I thought Danny Roll was a bigger failure than Russell Martin, and I say that because Rangers were the team in the ascendancy going into the end of the season, didn't get over the line, and he didn't have the stomach for it. He took his eye off the ball talking about Celtic, Martin O'Neill, Celtic's tactics, and now they've got a guy in who everybody talks about. He knows the league inside out. I think that's important. But I think Rangers getting him in, he is very pragmatic. He's an excellent coach, and the teams he's coached and managed in Scotland, a proof of that. Having said that, got in at Rangers a better quality of player. So I think it'll be horses for courses. I think he will mix it up, but he knows, and he said that winning is important. He knows that, and the start is important. It's important that Rangers go home with 3 points tonight.
Yeah, and he's brought in a proven goal scorer in this league and somebody that he's worked with, given him the captain's armband, as we've already discussed. But Lawrence Shankland, in terms of what he delivers on the pitch, we know about that, but in terms of what he also brings to the club, being a supporter of the club as well, how important could he well be to more than just what he does on the pitch for Rangers this season?
Yeah, when you have people at your own club that are one of yourselves, like you listen to the way Dell's at speaking there, it sounds like he's hurting from afar. Even before he took the job, he was hurting for the way the club was and some of the results that he had. And you listen to the way people speak about him. He wants, and he speaks himself, it's a proper team, find a way to win, the culture, everything that comes with it. So, you know, he'll be looking at Lawrence as very similar to himself, big Rangers fan, wants to be there, you know, desperate to be successful at his club. So I'm sure he's absolutely delighted to have him in.
I think when you look at Lawrence Shankland, that was a no-brainer for Rangers. The interesting one for me is Cammy Devlin. You know, he was, you know, for me at Hearts, he's done really well. I think he's done well since he's arrived in Scottish football. You know, the Rangers fans have taken to him in the two friendlies. The way he's came on and went about his business and things like that. But it changes tonight. You know, I look at the St Etienne game, I look at the West Ham game. He was tenacious in the tackle. He was going and breaking it because Rangers had less of the ball against those teams. You'd expect now in the Scottish Premiership, Rangers are going to have the ball the majority of times. He needs to get on the front foot. He needs to start making passes forward, and then all of a sudden the Rangers fans will see a real player. But I do like, and I think it's interesting that Derek decided to go and get Cammy Devlin because Rangers are strong in that area. I think looking at it now, they've obviously signed another couple as well. It probably means people like Nico Raskin will move on. You'd imagine Conor Barron might move on as well. But for me, again, it's a fresh face in there. He plays with Diamandi tonight. It'll be interesting to see how they balance off against each other.
Yeah, well, first up for Rangers, a trip to Tannadice, where Dundee United are on their best unbeaten home league run for 6 years, having not lost in their last 7. Can they keep that going and give themselves a big start to the season? We will talk then next.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish.
From McDonald's with melted cheese, bacon. We're all over the place here. Oh, the sauce.
Dad! I'm a genius. I can make us penguins fly.
That's going to be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad. Just drink it. Huh? But why?
Why? It's 40 degrees below. Did you think we were standing here for fun?
Red Bull gives you wings, but only if you drink it.
Oh.
Lunchtime spicy burrito is making a comeback. If heartburn hits, have the Rennie ready. Rennie medicated chewing gum. Gets to work in minutes. Rennie chewing gum. Fast and discreet, heartburn relief.
Take your time.
Life is full of firsts. Some don't go to plan. Some become cherished memories. Some remind us of the importance of someone having your back. Through all life's firsts, AIG has your back. New customers save 15% off your first car insurance quote at aig.ie. AIG. Get a quote today.
These are scrambled eggs. Swimming, done, shop, run, in the door. Eggs ×4, quick mix, hunger fix, too easy, so cheesy. All sharing, kids raring, play date. Can't wait. Out again, scrambled eggs. Eggs, crack on.
Want salon quality hair every day? 8 in 10 think the answer is Tresemme Professional Thermo Sculpt Memory. For hair that feels healthier, to help lock in up to 72-hour style resilience.
It's the new Tresemme.
Try it.
Happy is only 6 years old, but she has already suffered enough pain for a lifetime. For most of her short life, she's had trachoma, which if not treated soon enough, turns the eyelashes inwards, so that every time she blinks, her eyelashes gradually scratch away her sight. You could help our local teams to prevent trachoma before it starts to damage children's eyesight. Please text HAPPY6 to 51155 or visit sightsavers.ie/TV to donate €5 a month. Help us reach children like Happy before they lose their sight forever.
This week at Lidl, fill your trolley with fresh favourites. Lidl.
Fellfacht gas sé froché, leiste chofa na Daniel O'Leary, an Costal Falk in the dig, Deshansa agus cool again Daniel O'Leary. Ishal snasta the cool in your time.
Just by getting the same
Festival of animated movies.
Who wants to party?
Who's ready?
Enjoy an epic collection of non-stop headliners this summer.
Showtime.
Now that's what I call a banger.
The Sky Cinema Animation Collection, available now.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish football coverage on Sky Sports.
Good evening from Tannadice, where Jim Goodwin has got pretty used to a host of new faces making their way here over summer, and this year has been no different. So how ready is the squad for the new campaign to kick off? Let's find out. He is with Luke.
Jim, you've had the League Cup. How ready are you for the Scottish Premiership now?
I think my group are absolutely flying. Pre-season has went exactly how we would have hoped it would be. We've got no injury concerns, and we've got a fully fit group to choose from.
What are you most looking forward to seeing your team provide then this season, but in particular tonight?
Yeah, well, obviously we've had the competitive football in the League Cup group stage. Some of our fans have seen, the changes that we've made, but I think the first league game of the season is huge. A great opportunity for the new players to go and show the supporters why we brought them to Dundee United, and of course with the game being live on Sky, it's an opportunity for us as a group to go and show everybody how good we're capable of being.
You're up against a Rangers team that's now under management of Derek McInnes. How different and difficult will they be tonight?
Well, I've managed against Derek McInnes teams numerous times in the past, and I don't expect Derek's managerial style to change a great deal. His team are always well organised. I think they'll get the ball forward early. Got some really talented players within the group, and obviously they've done some really good recruitment themselves. So we're expecting a difficult game, but it's really important that we go out there with no fear and show the best of ourselves.
We're speaking to Lachlan Rose earlier. You've got Zach Sapsford. They've been on form in terms of scoring in the League Cup. Are they two that can be really potent this season and tonight?
Well, I always think the League Cup group stages are a great opportunity for the forward players to get off the mark early, and they've certainly got that bit of confidence and momentum from the group stage. We've got great pace at the top end of the pitch, so hopefully we can utilise that tonight and get the Rangers backline running toward their own goal.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
All the best, Jim.
Well, a rebuild once again, really, for Jim Goodwin. 10 new faces coming in. There they all are. Sean, we say it every season with Jim Goodwin. So many new faces come in, but he seems to find a way to knit them all together pretty quickly. They obviously had a tough afternoon against your Montrose team, but they have grown through the League Cup campaign since then, and it'll be really interesting to see how they start here tonight.
Yeah, look, if you look at that list, Chris mentioned earlier off camera, it hasn't spent a penny. So to bring in that amount of talent without spending anything, it's credit to him and his recruitment team. Yeah, obviously the defeat to us wasn't ideal for them, but and the 4 games, although competitive, all against part-time teams, so they'll have a far better test tonight than they have had in the group stages. But they have had competitive football so far. So, and he's like he said, he's got there. He got over the line in the group. He's in the next round. There is a bit of a buzz about the place. Full house tonight, which you mentioned as well, and there's an excitement about the signings he's made.
And one thing that we didn't show there was the number of players that have gone out, but the one big name that wasn't on that list of players departing, so far anyway, is Will Ferry. Yeah. He was top of pretty much every stat when it came to creating chances and assists and crosses into the box last season for Dundee United. How key will it be to keeping him?
Yeah, huge. I mean, Jim, absolutely delighted to keep him. I'm not sure the owners will be. You know, when you've got, I think it was at £1.5 million, or that was on the table from Team in the Czech Republic, I think it was, if my memory serves me correct. But I think Will Ferry has shown any time he's taken to the field in Scottish football, he's a threat. He gets forward, he's tenacious, he knows the game. And his work rate's exceptional. He'll get up and down that wing all night. He's not afraid to put in a tackle. Whether he's in a more advanced role, whether he's playing at left back, you know what you're getting from him. And Jim speaks there about the strikers, the pace they've got. They won't have to break their stride because he'll find them, and he's not afraid to play the pass early. I think it's good right now. There's a long way before the transfer window shuts, Haley, but for Jim right now to have him in his starting line-up tonight, he'll be absolutely delighted.
And he's spoken a bit, Jim, about the pace he's now got in the forward areas that he's brought in. One of the players that they have brought in is Jesse Randall, who was out at the World Cup with New Zealand in the summer, and it certainly means he's coming here fit. He's coming here with a good summer of football under his belt as well, and it'll be really interesting to see how he fares in the Scottish Premiership.
Yeah, Southern Hemisphere frontline, isn't it? That's the route that Dundee United have gone down. I think it's fascinating listening Jim talk about the pace in the team, about stylistically last season they were mainly a 3-4-3. And he talked earlier about wanting to control games more, so it's a big change in the way that Jim has managed in the past, but he's clearly happy with Rose and Randall up top and what they'll bring to him. It will be fascinating how they get on, because he's seemingly changed his philosophy, got the team up at the Championship, brilliant first season, 4th place. Last season 7th, and yet there seems to maybe been a disappointment from Dundee United fans that 7th wasn't good enough, but Jim's going down a different route. It'll be interesting whether the players sort of buy into it and it all sort of pans out okay for them.
Yeah, well, first up for Dundee United is Rangers, who they haven't beaten since August 2021 with a 1-0 win right here under the guidance of Tam Court. Since then, Rangers are unbeaten in 13, but they haven't won their opening game of their past 3 league seasons. Will that change tonight? Kick-off is not far away.
Not feeling the best a man can get right now, and it's not being one-on-one with the keeper, it's his body. Trimmed with his regular grooming kit and now very irritated. Next time, Mike, use new Gillette Labs Body, our safest body trimmer technology with a skin-first blade to help protect against nicks and cuts. And he's back in the game! Well, they all count. Gillette Labs Safest Body Shave, our best your body can get.
Mom and Dad and the twins getting ready for a scary movie. And Dad's not ready at all.
Buckle up, big guy. Does not get better from here.
M&M's. It's more fun together.
With a big Aldi price drop, hundreds of low prices just dropped lower. You see what we did there? Aldi. It's not complicated.
Take your time.
Life is full of firsts. Some don't go to plan. Some become cherished memories. Some remind us of the importance of someone having your back. Through all life's firsts, AIG has your back. New customers save 15% off your first car insurance quote at aig.ie. AIG. Get a quote today.
The new Hot Honey McCrispy from McDonald's with melted cheese, bacon. We're all over the place here. Oh, the sauce.
Want salon quality hair every day? 8 in 10 think the answer is Tresemme Professional Thermo Sculpt Memory. For hair that feels healthier, to help lock in up to 72-hour style resilience.
It's the new Tresemme.
Try it.
Each time you blink, think of Rakaya. Because for this little girl, each blink is torture. An infection called trachoma has turned her lashes inwards. Now each blink feels like thorns scratching her eyes. Will you do something amazing to help and give €5 a month to Sightsavers? You'll help children in remote regions get the medicines, surgery and care that can cure trachoma. But please don't wait. Text BLINK2 to 51155 and give just €5 a month, because each blink is torture for children like Rakaya.
These are baked eggs. Dinner hosting, no coasting, recipe flick, dish picked, eggs cracking, flavour packing, table set, guest met, dished out, great shout, 5-star baked eggs. Eggs, crack on.
With a big Aldi price drop, hundreds of low prices just dropped lower. You see what we did there? Aldi. It's not complicated.
I can't shake them off.
What are you doing?
I also can't get up. Help me already.
There are other ways to get them. Here, take a Red Bull and think of something. Well, and now? Any ideas?
Yeah, I'll go get the beaver.
Well, there you go.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Talking.
I'd have the croquettes, but I only want a little nibble.
SNL UK returns this September.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish football coverage on Sky Sports.
You won't miss a second of this opening Scottish Premiership weekend right here on Sky Sports Football. Join us from 2 o'clock tomorrow. First up, Falkirk against St Mirren before a tasty one from Pittodrie. Then on Sunday from 1, it's New Boys St Johnstone at home to Killie before Hibs host Motherwell. And we finish off the weekend at Celtic Park, 6:30 for all the build-up to Celtic against Dundee. And there have been some changes made to some of the rules, many of which you'll be familiar with if you watch the World Cup. The clock will be ticking for substitutions and throw-ins, while second yellow cards can now be reviewed. Unlike the World Cup, though, corners cannot be checked and covering of the mouth will not be a red card offence. Ian Crocker will keep you right on it all. We'll kick off not far away here at Tannadice, where these United fans enjoyed the visits of the Old Firm last season, picking up 7 points in their 3 matches. They will hope that that continues tonight. Kick-off is coming next.
You can now get savings on hundreds of products when you scan at the till, like fresh Irish quarter pounder beef burgers, €3. Selected Club, Pepsi and 7up 18-pack cans, €8 each. Plus Tato and King 12-pack, €2.50 each. Download and scan your Real Rewards app for more savings. Super value. Still super, now better value.
The Big Arch just got bacon. Smokier, crispier with that delicious Big Arch sauce. The Big Arch with bacon. For
The last 11 Rangers managers have all avoided defeat in their first league match. That's going back to 2017. Tonight, it is the turn of Derek McInnes to try and keep that going, and he is with Luke.
Derek, first game finally here. What's the key message you've given to your team tonight?
Got to be ready, got to compete. Scottish Premier League, it doesn't always allow you to go and play the game you want to play, and I think that we've got to understand that. Dundee United, I think, will come after us. I think being at home, they want to go and impose themselves, and we've got to be ready for that. So I think there might be other games where you can have a slower approach and show your technical side of it, but I think first and foremost we've got to make sure we're ready, make sure we're aggressive enough, and just go and impose ourselves on the game and recognise that home and away we've got to be that team, and hopefully we have enough quality on the back of that, and we can't get the game the wrong way around. So hopefully today we just want to win, and hopefully we win by playing well, but just win anyway, which way we can.
Is that reflected in why you've selected the players you have? Because you do have options on the bench.
Yeah, I've actually been pleased with certain ones, a bit more pleased than one or two others, and I think others are still trying to find their best way. So, you know, I've got the benefit of seeing them day in, day out. And I do like to play with a winger, as you know, at least one winger, and I do feel that having a ball carrier is important for any team. And obviously, Gassama's got the opportunity tonight to go and be that guy. But I do think we've got strikers who are so dependent on service. We've got to feed them, we've got to play into them, we've got to make sure we get crosses in the box. And I do feel that we've got to try and be that team as much as we can. We've got Lawrence and Ryan at the top end of the pitch. And Ryan's a player that I always admired from the outside, and having worked with him now, I think he's got qualities that can help the team.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
All the best.
Well, kick-off is fast approaching. Chris, it's always difficult, pre-season friendlies, trying to build everything up, the intensity coming into your first competitive fixture. What do you want to see from this Rangers team tonight as they kick off their new era under Derek McInnes?
Well, I think as Derek's touched on there, on the front foot, I think, you know, for me, I've been saying it for long enough, Rangers, well, any of your top teams in your country should be playing with two strikers in the pitch. You know, it's a thing, it's a dying breed in the game, but I think with Lawrence Shankland, yes, he's got the quality to drop into midfield and everything, but you'd expect him to get in that, you know, in the box a lot as well. I think it's interesting he's picked Ryan Nadira ahead of Yusuf Chermiti, maybe because having worked with Lawrence Shankland in the past, and he knows that those willing runners can create spaces for him. But what Derek says there is really important, and that's why I think Rangers will still add in the wide areas before the end of the transfer window. But it's an opportunity for Gassama tonight, and I've got to say, I've always thought there is a player in there, Theo Asgard. Can he put it together? Can he put a run together and show the quality he's got? Because there's no doubt there is some unbelievable touches in there, but there just needs to be more end product. You know, 7 league goals last season, 4 assists. It's not enough for somebody with that ability. He'll be hoping he can kick on this season.
In terms of Dundee United, Sean, they'll be looking to start their season well at home in front of their fans, and they have been playing competitive football, albeit, like you mentioned, part-time teams lower league. But how much does that help you build up towards your first game of the league season?
It's the joy of having been in the cup, I suppose. They've had 4 games now. Good chance for Jim to look at them in competitive games. And like I said earlier on, the buzz of the first game of the season, full house. There's a real excitement around the place. So it's a good buzz.
It is a good buzz. It is certainly a good buzz here as this Scottish Premiership season 2026-27 gets underway with Dundee United against Rangers. So let's join our commentary team for the very first time this season. James McFadden is alongside Ian Crocker.
Thank you, Ailey. It will take a lot to match the extraordinary way last season mapped out. But if any country is capable of a repeat of such drama, that country is surely Scotland. Come on, let's have a go. 10 months of hopes and dreams start here, but fears and nightmares are also part of the whole experience. Everybody is equal at this point, but the time has come to mix it up. Rangers have a new captain and a new look team. Dundee United also have a new look about them. The sun is shining on the opening day of the Scottish Premiership season. It's back. Let's have a look at the Friday night teams at Tannadice. Jim Goodwin gives 5 players their Premiership debuts for Dundee United. And Jack Wharton is back after spending 2 seasons on loan here. Josh Rawlings and Michael Forbes are new additions in defence. Dylan Tate was a big part of Falkirk's recent success story. Jesse Randall played at the World Cup for New Zealand. Australian Lockie Rose leads the line, and he's warmed up with 3 League Cup goals. 4 new arrivals are on the bench, including Algerian winger Mehdi Mergem and Togo striker Ijesi Metsoko. This is the first selection from Derek McInnes, and 4 players make their Rangers debut. Keeper Ivor Panda helped Hull win promotion to the Premier League last season. Former Everton defender Ben Godfrey is on loan from Atalanta. Cammy Devlin followed McInnes from Hearts. New captain Lauren Shanklin was the first of them to move from Tynecastle. Ryan Nadiri is preferred to Youssef Chamiti. Ross McCrory is on the bench on his return to Rangers, as are new arrivals Dan Neal, Vanya Dragajevich and Olwetu Makanya. Sapsford scored in the last 2 games against Rangers last season and is up to speed already this season with 3 goals in the League Cup group stage. It's been a long journey to this point for Lauren Shanklin, a boyhood Rangers fan. He finally gets to not just play for them, but as captain. It's Derek McInnes' club as well, of course. He nearly became their manager 9 years ago. He is now. Some things are meant to be. Nick Walsh is the referee with Stephen McLean on VAR duty. It is remarkably the 6th year running that Rangers have started a season with a different manager. Have they got the right one at last, James?
Well, we'll see, but certainly Derek McInnes has earned his opportunity here at Rangers. Hugely experienced manager and something different from what Rangers have been looking for in the last number of years. So, yeah, I think he's well equipped to do it. Speaking about winning, I think that's exactly what the Rangers fans want to hear.
Well, this will do for starters. Every game on the long opening weekend is live on Sky Sports. Starting right here, right now. Lockie Rose takes a tumble after colliding with Ben Godfrey. No, Erling Haaland hasn't made it to Tannadice. That is Dundee United's new Australian striker.
Yeah, well, let's see if he's as lethal as him. I highly doubt it, but certainly looks like he's a willing runner. And going for under pressure a little bit early.
To the League Cup, but did suffer a shock defeat at Montrose. Certainly going forward, they look like they have a lot to offer, and they had an excellent record against the other top 6 teams here last season. Their only defeats came against Derek McInnes' Hearts twice.
Yeah, well, you can see Jim Goodwin, what he wants from his team. He wants that ball forward as quick as he can, trying to put Rangers under as much pressure as they can. And there has been a big change, there always seems to be at Dundee United, but Jim Goodwin's shown over the years that he can be very, very clever in the transfer market. His recruitment's been outstanding.
Diamande holds up Sapsford. And secures the throw. Walsh will be starting his 5-second count. As Dujon Sterling prepares to take this. Kasama. Diamande gives it back to Kasama. Now Romans did well when he came in during the winter window last season. Godfrey.
Great one from Ben Godfrey. Just looking at the Rangers setup, Asgard seems to be playing off Shanklin and Nadiri off the right hand side. It's a surprise. We expected Asgard to be out there. Whether that's interchangeable, we'll see.
Here's Randall. Chevet. Asgard sees it off. He's looked sharp at times in the pre-season matches. Asgard, there's definitely a footballer in there, that's for sure. He's progressed well. Nadiri for Shackles. Bolton has to make the save. Early corner for Rangers.
Excellent. Michael Asgard, great strong running, wins the ball. Off Chevet. Just in the edge of his own box, drives forward, plays in Nadiri, and Shanklin's movement, excellent. Expect no less. Really good save, you have to say. Jack Bolton probably taken by surprise with the invention of Lawrence Shanklin.
The Rangers fans have 2 sides of this ground. what they would give for an early opener in this season opener in the Scottish Premiership. It is Asgard to float the corner in. Kasama keeping it alive. Devlin! Fired it well wide. Perhaps not the man you wanted it to fall to.
No, it's not known for his shooting, Cammy Devlin. Rangers just keeping the ball alive. Dundee United can't get it clear. He's got time as well to look at it, but less than convincing. Here's Lauren Shankman. Just see him, the movement's excellent. Just use his body to make sure he can't get to it.
There have been 22 goals in the last 5 encounters between these teams. Rangers won the last meeting 4-2 at Ibrox, but needed late equalisers in the other 2 encounters last season. Kasama. Rawlings kept him in check.
Yeah, he does well, Rawlings. Kasama stealing him up. Looked like he was going to come in at his right, drags it onto his left. Rawlings matches him.
Fernandez always looks the likely one to win that. Here's Will Ferry. Sapsford on the chase. Gordon goes out with him. Sapsford able to provide a cross, but he was a big game goalscorer last season for Dundee United.
Yeah, he was. Jim will be hoping it's the same again.
Ferry with a long throw. As they look for a favourable drop of the ball. Aguiar had a strike that was blocked. Shankland. Mande picked out Osama. Sent sprawling by Randall. Sterling. Caught lane there by Lockie Rose. Not much doubt about that one.
No, there's not, but it's just a little warning for Ben Godfrey. He's not going to get time on the ball. And sometimes up there, you don't mind giving those fouls away, just to let the defender know you're there.
Godfrey will take this. Away by Esselink. Ferry, who looked set to be leaving Dundee United, but whilst they were quite happy to accept a bid for him, Will wasn't quite so happy to leave, so he's still here for now.
Yeah, I don't mind that from Will Ferry. You often see players, the first move that comes up, they jump at it, and sometimes it's not the right thing to do, and Will Ferry clearly felt that it wasn't the right thing for him to do, so and United get the reward of having him for a little bit longer.
Well, he did create the most chances in all of the Scottish Premiership last season, Will Ferry. Second on that list was James Tavernier of Rangers, who's now left the club. Sterling. Esselink deals with that. Michael Forbes fending off Shankland, and he gets the free kick.
Yeah, he does well, Forbes. Esselink misjudges the flight of the ball. Gets a little nudge off of Lauren Shankland. He's so good at using his body. And Forbes gets across, nice and strong.
Michael Forbes, Northern Ireland centre-back. Another new arrival here after he was released by West Ham. take this throw again and could go long. Looking likely. Esselink makes his move towards that near post. It's aimed towards the Dutch defender, but cleared by Godfrey. Got the same again. He waits once more. Launched by Ferry. Panda trying to get near it. Blasted across by Ferry and scooped away by Gassama. Walton made a permanent return to Tannadice, having had 2 seasons on loan here when they won promotion back to the Premiership. Finished in the top 6. Diamande. Asgard. Sterling. Esselink will clear, but only to Asgard. Diamande given a warning that Sapsford was behind him. Sapsford and Randall have swapped sides for the moment. But both are on defensive duty right now as Sterling secures another corner off Randall.
Yeah, there were big onus on Sterling to get forward and provide that creativity from the right-hand side. And the Dairy playing out there, but wanting to go narrow and join up with Lawrence Shanklin. So Sterling going out ball for Rangers.
Asgard pings the corner in once again. Gassama wasn't giving up on that, and a 3rd Rangers corner of Forbes. Round of applause for Asgard. A lovely moment of skill against West Ham. He was heading towards goal, but was then taken out. Certainly capable of some tantalising touches. It's a straightforward corner for now. Asgard made the most of Shanklin's pass, which looked a bit short for a moment. And now a free kick. Asgard the man for the corners and the set pieces. No longer the duty of James Tavernier. The Deary's furthest away from Asgard, ready to make his move. Fernandez, an obvious threat in there as well. The Deary unable to reach it.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on it from Asgard. He fires it in, plenty of whip on it. Rangers forward line attacking it, running just a little bit too early. I always like when you're in that position just to fire it and try and clip it inside the back post and make it difficult for the goalkeeper, so that if your teammates miss it, then there's a good chance he can creep in at that far post. Basically just an excuse to have a shot from anywhere. I mean,
unlike you.
I can say that now. I would never admit it when I was playing.
Shanklin, Esselink close to him, helps on here by Rose. Sapsford back on the left now. That has drifted over. Those 2 teams meeting on the opening day for the first time since 1987, a 1-1 draw at Ibrox. Penalty equaliser from Ali McCoist, the first of his 42 goals that season. The season in which Rangers signed Richard Gough, Mark Walters, Trevor Francis, John Brown, Ian Ferguson. What did they ever go on and do? Asgard. Adiri has got to this. Set up Gassama. Route blocked. Nadiri's strike Straight at Walton.
Yeah, a mess from Dundee United. Go with it, Walton, I felt should have come for it.
Sama down.
Just here, I thought Walton could come for it. He starts backing off. It gives Nadiri the initiative. Nice little way back. You just see here, just across the face of Gassama from Rollins. I don't think it's a foul. He's just putting his arm across. Nonetheless, not particularly pleasant for Jadon Gassama.
No treatment required. If Gassama had required treatment, he'd then have to go off for 60 seconds as part of the new rules. I think Derek McInnes is telling him to get up. Jesse Randall now. Up against Romans. Defends the corner.
It'll take a while to get used to that rule. Particularly for the players that do feel that maybe they just need a little breather at times, but they just need to get up and get on with it most of the time.
Well, Ferry has chucked a few in from the other side. Another one incoming from this side for the first time. Dundee United would just love a break of the ball here. Rose able to make contact there. And the advantage was played initially by Nick Walsh, but now he's bringing it back. It was probably worth the wait. Rangers could have been away.
Yeah, Cameron Devlin flies in, wins the attack, wins the ball strongly. I think the Rangers players are looking for some action. Nick Walsh is going to have a word with AGI. I think he's very fortunate. He's a very definition of stopping a promising attack. Very, very fortunate.
Dundee United certainly have a tough start facing Rangers. Celtic twice in the League and League Cup. Hearts, Motherwell and a Dundee derby. Challenging times from the off. Here's Forbes. Rose. Chevet and Lockie Rose. Timely tackle by Fernandez. Jesse Randall slipped at the worst possible moment. Rawlings low. He'll get the free kick.
It's busting to life now. What a way to pass that is, but look at the defending from Fernandez, getting back. Big long legs, and Randall's just so unfortunate. He stands on the bottle, it's on the edge of the pitch, it makes him slip over.
Will Ferry certainly over this. Randall also there though. Will Ferry's crosses throughout last season were outstanding. But he has left it here for Jesse Randall to float in. That guy was waiting round the back and Nadiri had to take it away.
Yeah, it's a decent delivery right round it. Look at that Rangers defence, but Nadiri, great defending, doesn't switch off.
Randall will take this corner too. So like Aguiar and Forbes close together. There's a bit of a melee in there. Walsh going to have a look. Aguiar grounded. It's Randall. It's a really poor corner, I think. There was a clause in the 18th minute here for Harry Whitten, who tragically died on holiday during the summer. He worked here in hospitality at Tannadice and across the road at Dens Park as well, and the city has come together to remember Harry.
Nice touch.
Sterling now for Shankland. Rangers need a better start than last season for sure. Shouldn't be too hard. They drew their first 4 games and didn't win until the end of September, and that was in stoppage time at Livingston during Russell Martin's ill-fated spell. Devlin. Rawlings. Asgard. Led by Esseling. Romans. Decent cross, but Will Ferry was there to knock it away.
That's an excellent cross from Romans. Ferry switched on at the back post to defend it.
Shankland chasing, Esseling goes with him. Wins the duel. Shankland, once a Dundee United player, but he has scored 9 goals against them in 17 meetings. Aguiar. Dylan Tate away to Josh Rawlings. Sapsford now, potential opening here. Zach Sapsford, he always felt he was going to take the shot off.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's great play from Dundee United because it looked like they were playing themselves into trouble. Esseling stepped forward, great pass, and this touch here from Ferry, outstanding. And Sapsford just wants to take that inside. First touch there probably means he has to go back onto his left, and when he does, it allows Sterling back in. And make it really difficult to Sapsford to get that on target.
Asgard. Kasama. Rangers have failed to win their opening game in the Premiership in the last 3 seasons. With this throw, sent back by Romans. Chevet onto that. In the air from Godfrey. Can be Devlin. Rocky Rose for Jesse Randall. Nick Walsh swerves it. Sapsford now for Ferry. Protected by Gassama. Goal kick.
Gassama back in the defensive work there. They work it well, Dundee United, to that left-hand side, but not for the first time. The ball in, not one where they can get one of the forwards to go and attack it.
Chevet sidestepped Cammy Devlin. Will Ferry. Randall. Gassama defending again. Romans deals with Rawlings. Randall and Rawlings trying to keep it alive, but he took out Cammy Devlin in the process.
Well, they've been down the left-hand side a fair few times, Dundee United, but haven't really been able to create that opening. Ferry bombing forward, you've Satford there as well. Well runner, yet to create anything of note from that area so far.
Panda goes long to Nadiri, but it's won by Forbes. Sapsford has tripped Sterling. Season and the only Rangers player to make the PFA Scotland Team of the Season. Fernandez scoops that away from Rose. Ferry doing Will Ferry kind of things here. Held up by Ben Godfrey. But it will be a corner for Dundee United.
Yeah, and look, last season you look at Will Ferry's numbers in terms of his chances created, and, you know, how important he is to the team from that metric, but his energy and the way that he goes about his business, it's 100% committed every single time, and that is just pure determination from Will Ferry to go and get the corner, taking on 3 Rangers players, coming out on top.
So Randall will try again from this corner. Evaded everyone.
Convinced that come off the Rangers' head there. Godfrey goes for it. I don't know if he actually gets a touch on it. Another wasted opportunity for Dundee United.
Aguiar. Blocked by Cammy Devlin, who was wearing number 17 in pre-season, but the departure of Nadim Bayrami has allowed him to switch to the number 14 shirt that he wore at Hearts. Chevet for Dylan Tate, who made the move from Falkirk after his contract expired there, but he played a big part in their incredible success story over the last couple of seasons, and will come and claim this. Joined from Hull as Jack Butland went the other way. And towards Nadiri. Shankland. Diamande. Sterling takes over. Nadiri! Walton gets to it. Ferry makes sure it's just a throw, not a corner. Romans now. It's another inviting cross. Shankland not allowed to get near it. Fired into the side netting by Sterling.
Yeah, well, I made sure in that one. This is a really good header from Nadiri because he's stretching and jumping back the way, so it's all about getting direction on it. What he does, it looks like it may well come off the post or just keep round it, but it's a lovely controlled header. Had Walton scrambling to make the save. Not enough power on it, but very difficult to generate the power. The cross in.
Ferry. Aguiai. It's on by Sapsford. Ferry goes early into Rose. Randall's nearby. Romans alert to the threat.
I tell you, it's outstanding once again from Dundee United. Really brave. Built from the back. Couple of passes. It's Ferry once again. Full of energy down that left-hand side. And Rose just can't get it under control to get the shot away. The build-up play is excellent from Dundee United.
Ferry having to do his own ball clearing here as he prepares for another long throw. It's a good contest this. It's Will Ferry's long throw. Aguiai diverted for a corner.
Managed to keep the ball alive once again. Dundee United drops the Aguiai. Gets his shot here, going on target, straight up Pandur. Deflection away for the corner.
Dundee United are giving it a good go here.
Needs a better ball in than the previous few.
The fans like what they're seeing. Randall's corner. Michael Forbes seemingly made contact.
Yeah, well, it was a much better ball in. It does come off Forbes. It's a good call.
Chevet. It's Ferry. Towards Jesse Randall, and he's found him. Quickly back in by Randall, but Cammy Devlin on the scene. Shankland picks it up. It's going to be a free kick for the foul on Nadiri. The Rangers could have just played on.
It's a great recovery from Devlin, but Romans cannot let that ball bounce here.
Away by Rawlings, back by Godfrey, back by Aguiai. Fernandez straight through the middle, but that'll carry to Walton. Ferry gave that away to Diamande. Now Asgard, he's got a strike on him if he can get one away. Aguiai with the block. Gassama. Fronted by Rawlings. Asgard now. Romans. Corner. Rangers pleading for a handball.
It looked like he was outside the box, Dylan Tate.
take this corner again. Guy keeping a check on Fernandez. Asgard with the corner. Comfortably cleared by Dundee United. It's actually not coming back from Romans. Crossed off Rose, and Rangers could be exposed here. Jesse Randall. Stick with Dylan Tatey was just behind him, but Rangers could come back for more now. Gassama. Sterling. Sterling.
Don't mind it from losing Sterling. Expect him to go down the line and get the cross in. More than happy to come in, and I mean, it's never trouble in Bolton, and this is it. Handball shout here. Okay, his arms are up, but you can see there he's outside the box.
John Sterling did score in the last meeting between these teams at Ibrox, a 4-2 win for Rangers. Aguiar. Came a long way out there.
Hey, read it well. Rose was away.
Forbes. On Sky Sports Cricket, you can watch the Manchester Super Giants against the Trent Rockets. Well, why would you want to, really? And Lee against Wigan is on Sky Sports Action.
This is the place to be in. Watching any of that.
Alan Archibald alongside Derek McInnes. Both played for Dundee United. Gassama. Away by Esselink, only to Romans. Diamande!
Reflection on this shot here, I'll tell you what, the first touch is good for Diamande because it allows him to go and step onto it. Quite far away from him. And then step on and whip it into that far post.
Ferry. Rose. Rawlings for Randall. He didn't hang about with his cross. Unlucky Rose has put it away. Dundee United score the first goal of the new Premiership season. And it's one of their new arrivals who makes his presence felt and who gives Rangers, under Derek McInnes, an early jolt.
Well, I'm not so sure you know too much about it. Okay, Rose, it's good play once again down the right-hand side. Lovely little cross in. He's at full stretch. He's just desperate to get anything on it that he can. A mess here, but this ball here, look at the distance that Rose has to make up. Satford leaves it for him, takes Rose by surprise. He just sticks his left foot out, almost just hits off it, and creeps in off the back post. Panda scrambling, but there's no way he's getting there. Lovely flat delivery from Rollins. See a little over from Satsford, and he just sticks a leg out, he sticks a toe out, Rose. Panda absolutely helpless.
Well, he scored 3 times in the group stage of the League Cup, and he's making an impressive start to his time at Dundee United. It was Dundee United's first shot on target.
He does really well because he probably thinks Sapford's going to take it on, take the shot on, but he just lets it through his legs, and that just reaction there, just to get anything on it.
He credits a Scottish coach for getting his career going back in Australia, John McLefferty from Coatbridge, who sadly died a decade ago, and he wears number 15 as a tribute to him. He's actually working on a building site and cleaning pools before making his way in football. Now he's got the first goal of the Scottish Premiership season. Oh, when Dundee United scored first last season in the Premiership, they did not lose, the only team who didn't.
No, good win on his side. They'll be hoping that is going to be the case again this season. It's up to Derek McInnes and his players to go and change that straight away.
To the final 5 minutes of the first half. Dundee United have a good look about them, and they have the lead over Rangers.
Yeah, they certainly do. They've got a lift, but they've been playing well. Anyway, that wasn't a smash and grab. They have been playing well. And you can see the confidence when you listen to the Rangers fans. I'm happy with the reaction from their team.
Tate, Forbes, Ferry, Aguiar, Sapsford nearby. Ferry takes over. Will Ferry's cross. Not too much that Jesse Randall could do with that.
No, I mean, any time it's gone down the left, which it has done a lot of times this evening, Randall's made sure that he's in at that back post, but on a couple of occasions he's just in too early. He goes in early there, he has to try and adjust, and yes, he gets his head onto it, but if he just hangs out a little bit, there has been deep crosses coming down the left, it allows him to then see the flight of the ball, judge it better and go and attack it.
Shanklin trying to get near that, but hooked away by Esselink. Here's Sterling. Diomande. Precise pass into Shankland. Sterling. Ferry able to clear.
He does well on his Shankland, and it's something he's so good at, getting in that position, holding the ball, but he needs somebody to run across the face of him.
Shankland again. Diomande. He's made a mess of that. Always best to stare at the pitch when you do that, although it looks pretty immaculate obviously on the opening day.
Yeah, it's absolutely not a bobble, it's just poor execution. Diomande just speaking about Lauren Shankland, when he gets in the box he uses his body so well, he knows exactly where the defender is, and he controls it. When he does that, you need to get a bit of reaction from your team. Sterling makes a run outside him, someone has to go and make that run in support of him. He'll lay it off, and a better opportunity for Rangers.
Devlin sent back by Ferry. Dundee United scoring with their first effort on target. But they look in the mood for more. Asgard though now for Shankland. Yes, they've ended up in between Nadiri and Diomande. Let's go, Chevet.
You mentioned it. United scoring with their only shot on target. They have had some good play down the left-hand side, although the goal does come down the right. Rangers with the 3, but not really been tested. You think of that header from the Dairy, not enough power in it, good direction, had him scrambling, not enough from Rangers.
There will be 1 minute added on to this first half as Rangers look for a reply. Kasama making good progress here, advancing brilliantly. Alas, that was as good as it got, a really wild attempt.
Yeah, it was. It was really good from J.D. Kasama, stepping inside, jinking, twisting and turning. I mean, it's amazing he manages to get a shot from that position, but it's because he's direct. He wants to run inside. He's just slashes at it. Not the best of effort. He does the work all by himself to create that opening for him.
Time, Sapsford. Aguiai. He's actually gone out. How would you sum up this first half, James?
Probably that cross there from Aguiai. I mean, there has been both sides been down in the wide areas. Maybe the balls in haven't been great. It's been competitive. I have to say, Dundee United really grown into the game. I thought Rangers started with a real intent, but Dundee United have looked threatening.
Kick given against Sapsford, and that might more or less be the last action of this first half. And Rangers have work to do as the Derek McInnes era starts. Lockie Rose with the first goal of the new Premiership season. Won't go down as a classic, but he felt rather good about it, and so did Dundee United and their fans. Their team have given a good account of themselves here. And at half-time in this Friday night opener in the new season, it's Dundee United 1, Rangers 0.
What do you think of our little town? Charming.
Chores compared for me every year.
I'm such a chill customer. I don't mind when my mother-in-law compares me to John's ex.
You're looking up, it's bright ahead. The road might be.
How we use electricity can be smarter, cleaner, and greener. Making your world brighter. Electric Ireland.
Senstein Clinical Repair is absolutely the one I would use. It starts to work within 2 minutes from the very first brush to create an actual layer which helps to repair the sensitive part of the tooth. Iced coffee, ice cream, lots of things could be back on the menu. I really would recommend Senstein Clinical Repair.
Matto dalle gare, che crede ancora che tu pensi a me. Non è convinto che sei andata via, che m'hai lasciato e non ritornerai.
Per Moretti Zero. Enjoy life's simple pleasures anytime.
You're unbelievable.
Jeff?
Enjoy 2 years of 3 5G home broadband from only €25 a month. Just plug it in and you're good to go.
This is an omelette. An easy 2-egg way post-leg day. Quick risk, no risk. 1 pan, in-hand, protein punch, power lunge, flipped round, wolf down, change gear, bus near, out the door, omelette. Eggs. Crack on.
The new Hot Honey McCrispy from McDonald's with melted cheese, bacon. We're all over the place here. Oh, the sauce.
Happy is only 6 years old, but she has already suffered enough pain for a lifetime. For most of her short life, she's had trachoma, which if not treated soon enough, turns the eyelashes inwards, so that every time she blinks, her eyelashes gradually scratch away her sight. You could help our local teams to prevent trachoma before it starts to damage children's eyesight. Please text HAPPY6 to 51155 or visit sightsavers.ie/TV to donate €5 a month. Help us reach children like Happy before they lose their sight forever.
We have a loyalty scheme.
Oh, those two words don't sound great together. How do I join this loyalty scheme?
Simple. Just give us your personal details.
What?
Download the app. Save your receipts. Search for discounted products. Check voucher expiry dates. And don't forget to scan your card.
Okay. Or you could just lower your prices.
Unexpected item in bagging area.
Aldi don't do loyalty schemes. Just low prices every day. It's not complicated.
Meet Sean. He's had a long day and now the headache's kicked in. Luckily, Panadol Extra tablets were made for people like Sean and for others who want strong pain relief that's more than just paracetamol. Panadol Extra tablets are boosted by caffeine to provide powerful pain relief. That's one for Panadol.
At Uisce Éireann, we're continuing to upgrade Ireland's water network to ensure a clean, safe and reliable water supply. When repair and maintenance work is required in your area, we want to make sure homes and businesses are informed. That's why we have a new free text alert service providing real-time updates for issues lasting more than 4 hours. Sign up with your mobile number and air code at water.ie. Uisce.
It is Dundee United who lead at the break. We've had our first goal of the new season. It's gone the way of Lochie Rose, Sean, and Dundee United did have some good passages of play. This one resulted in a goal. Be interesting to hear from him about the finish, but as long as they end up in the back of the net as far as Dundee United are concerned.
Yeah, he gets a little bit of luck, absolutely, but look, he's desperate to get in. Fernandez, I'm going to steal off Chris here, I'm sorry. Fernandez's reaction is very poor. He trots back, Rose is sprinting to get in, even Ashgard doesn't get across well enough, and Sterling, you know, he's way too far out. There's three Rangers players that could influence this, and the difference is Rose has sprinted in and he absolutely knows very little about it, but he's the one that's made the effort to get in there, so credit to him.
And all three front players involved, that'll please Jim Goodwin.
Really clever over from Sapsford, and I mean, Rose is lucky. He shouldn't be celebrating that. That's such.
Well, you wouldn't celebrate that.
Well, of course I would, but I mean, he's lucky as anything. There's a moment there when he touches the ball, you think the chance has gone. You can tell by his body language. They get it in, but Sean's right. Fernandez, if he sprints back, then Dundee United are 1 up at half-time. He doesn't sprint, it's a disgrace.
Yeah, and we look at Rangers. We know Lawrence Shankland will get chances. It took him only about 3 minutes to get one, but this is the best that Rangers have produced in that 45 minutes.
Yeah, it is, Ellie, but I think when you look at Rangers from a point of view, it's taken them the chances they've had that's been created, it's taken them 40, 50 yards to carry the ball to get up the pitch. We spoke about Dundee United coming into the game. It might have been a change of style and the way they want to play, passed out from the back. Rangers have got two big centre-backs who can deal with anything as they go along in terms of heading it. You can go and be over-aggressive in the press and get in and stop, and they've not done that. Yes, Rangers, as I said, they've managed to create a couple of chances. That's a good ball in there from Sterling. He's actually had a couple. Nadiri does well, he gets head to it. The goalkeeper, I think he's too far over this side to start with, but I don't think it's going in. But as I said, for Rangers, everything seems to be that far away from the goal. When you've got somebody like Lawrence Shankland, you've got to have it in and around the area. Nadiri and him haven't worked so far. Nadiri, he's a big boy. Sterling could in his left foot, shot. Nadiri's a big boy, but he doesn't usually, he's not aggressive. He needs to go and win his headers, back in, take the fouls, take the hits from the defenders. He's not done it. And Rangers, Derek McInnes got a big half-time team talk because they haven't been at the level that he would have expected them to be this first half. As I said, you can't afford to drop points to open day again because it would be 4 seasons in a row.
It would indeed, and they trail at the break, and Dundee United have not lost a game in their last 15 when they have scored first, and they have done that tonight. Lochie Rose with it. We'll be back. again shortly.
Dundee Stores. Stock up on Pampers, Jumbo Nappies and Pants range. Mix and match any 3 for €30. Stay refreshed this bank holiday with 7-Up, Pepsi and Club 18-pack range. Only €10 each. And enjoy selected Pringles 165-gram range. Now just €1.74 each. Plus, you can save more with your 10.50 voucher. Dundee Stores. Always better value.
Get back to school ready with Harvey Norman. Save €680 on the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 360 laptop. With dual design and powered by an Intel Core i5 processor, it's built for assignments and multitasking. Now $599. Or save €140 on the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Edge laptop, featuring Snapdragon X processor with AI capabilities to optimize your productivity. Now $489. And with our best price guarantee, why shop anywhere else? Harvey Norman, your back to school specialist.
Lunchtime spicy burrito is making a comeback. If heartburn hits, have the Rennie ready. Rennie medicated chewing gum. Gets to work in minutes. Rennie chewing gum. Fast and discreet. Heartburn relief.
It's happening again.
It's time we let it pour.
Want salon quality hair every day? 8 in 10 think the answer is Tresemme Professional Thermo Sculpt Memory. For hair that feels healthier, to help lock in up to 72-hour style resilience.
It's the new Tresemme.
Try it.
These are scrambled eggs. Swimming, done, shop, run, in the door. Eggs ×4, quick mix, hunger fix, too easy, so cheesy. All sharing, kids raring, play date. Can't wait. Out again. Scrambled eggs. Eggs. Crack on.
The new Hot Honey McCrispy from McDonald's with melted cheese, bacon. We're all over the place here. Oh, the sauce.
You're looking up, it's brighter.
Is fúne atá sé leictreachas a úsáid bhealach níos cliste, níos glynne agus níos clise. Sail níos gile. Electric Ireland.
Senstein Clinical Repair is absolutely the one I would use. It starts to work within 2 minutes from the very first brush to create an actual layer which helps to repair the sensitive part of the tooth. Iced coffee, ice cream, lots of things could be back on the menu. I really would recommend Senstein Clinical Repair.
Ireland, it's time to wake up to the best fixed fibre broadband with Vodafone from just €25 a month. So stop snoozing on award-winning broadband. Switch today and get up to 3 months on us at Vodafone.ie.
Dad, I'm a genius. I can make us penguins fly.
That's going to be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad, just drink it. Huh? But why?
Why? It's 40 degrees below. Did you think we were standing here for fun? No!
Red Bull gives you wings.
That can't be possible. Do you like that?
Very nice. Yeah? Very nice.
And suddenly, it's everywhere.
It just gets better and better.
It's the stuff of dreams!
Oh, God, Murphy, you really...
The quiet had its turn. Now, let the noise begin. This August on Sky Sports.
A feast of summer sports still to enjoy. The 100 continues live over on Sky Sports. Cricket on Sunday. The Canadian Open gets underway as the build-up to the US Open ramps up. Boxing next Saturday. That comes from Dublin on Sky Sports Action. And then it is the turn of the EFL season to get underway. We kick it off on Friday the 14th with Wolves against Blackburn. The first test between England and Pakistan, that is from Wednesday the 19th. Then Friday the 21st is the start of the Premier League season. We are at the home of the champions Arsenal against New Boys Coventry City. That is also the weekend of the Dutch Grand Prix. You can watch that right across the weekend on Sky Sports F1. And then the final major of the tennis calendar with the US Open from Sunday the 30th of August. But right here at Tannadice, Jim Goodwin could be on course for a first ever win over Rangers.
Rose. Rawlings for Randall. Didn't hang about with his cross. Lucky Rose has put it away.
Doing its own thing. Just go with the flow.
Yes!
Alesto cashews. Rich in magnesium, carefully checked, and all natural quality. Life craves Alesto. Exclusively at Lidl.
Lidl. More to value.
The Big Arch just got bacon. Smokier, crispier with that delicious Big Arch sauce.
Well, we are hearing that Derek McInnes has gone to his bench at half-time. Chermiti coming on for Naderi, that is like for like, but Dan Neil is going to come on to replace Gassama. What do you make of that one in particular and how the balance of Rangers team will look in the second half?
To be fair, I think Diamande in the two pre-season games, that the minutes he played off that right-hand side as well, kind of tucked in, that allowed the full-back to try and get forward. And that's been, I think, what Rangers have been trying to do when you look at the space that Dujan Stillings had in that right-hand side. So I'd imagine Dan Neil will come in beside Cammy Devlin and Diamande will go just tucked in off that right-hand side. Asgard's had a floating role, but as I said, for Rangers, they have to get up the pitch. They've been far, far too deep. Can't get near Dundee United. Fair play to Jim Goodwin. I think it's been a change of style, but it's working for them as of now. So I think this man coming on here finished the season strong for Rangers, and we hope to kick off the new one. And the way he finished it.
If Dundee United, Jim Goodwin looking at those changes for Rangers, does he see an opportunity there perhaps if the fullbacks are being asked to go further forward?
So far so good, I think, for Jim. The way they've played out, you can clearly see that that they've worked on playing out from the back compared to last season. Rangers need to push up and make it more difficult for them, which I'm presuming that's what the message is from Derek coming out. So it'll be interesting to see how United go about their business now for the next 10-15 minutes, and if they continue to do what they're doing and how much of an impact Rangers have on it.
Yeah, well, Derek McInnes has rung the changes at half-time. They are desperate to get their way back into the game in this second half, because right now it is Dundee United who have the advantage. So let's rejoin our commentary team for this second half. James McFadden and Ian Crocker.
Yes, here come those two Rangers changes. Ryan Naderi and JD Gassama making way. Dan Neil was captain of Sunderland when they returned to the Premier League, but amid a lot of changes at the club, he lost his place and the captaincy to Granit Xhaka. Not much you can do about that. And Youssef Chermiti will also come on. But it's Jim Goodwin's Dundee United who have the advantage here. A goal from the Australian Haaland trickled in to give them the lead. Chermiti, 15 goals last season. Are you surprised at those changes, James?
I'm not surprised changes we've made, because Dundee United grew into the game. They were a stronger side in the first half, and Derek McInnes clearly unhappy with what he's seen from his team. Naderi and Shankman just didn't hit it off, and they're not expected to. It is still very early, but I'm not surprised to see Youssef Chermiti join the play.
I mentioned Dundee United unbeaten in their last 15 Premiership games in which they've scored first. The last team to beat them in those circumstances were actually Rangers. 3-1 here a couple of seasons back.
I think as well in Naderi, he was playing more wide. He was playing wider in the right-hand side. He was obviously joining up with Shankman, but certainly looked like he was starting from a wider position. Diamande, as Chris said, out there now, he's certainly got the energy.
Rangers are short of wingers at the moment. They do have Finlay Curtis, of course, on the bench, who impressed on loan at Kilmarnock in the second half of last season, so much so he ended up in Scotland's World Cup squad. Sorry to mention the World Cup.
It's fine, Ian.
Chevet. In the air from Rawlings too. Rose, Sapsford. Aguiar's. It's a yellow card immediately for Dan Neil, having just come on.
It's a lovely little layoff from Sapsford. He just gets there first, Aguiar. And Neil just slightly late. See the contact at the top of the foot. Correct decision.
Doesn't have to go off for treatment because of the yellow card shown to Neil. Chevet over towards Will Ferry, who judged that rather better than Sterling. Cammy Devlin on hand to scoop it away.
That's a lovely crossfield pass from Chevet. Great take from Will Ferry, and his problem was he didn't have many options. When you get into that position, he had Rose, he goes for the cut back. Cammy Devlin in a great position, so cut it out.
Will Ferry with another long throw, and we'll grab a hold of that. Forbes was just toiling there, getting back for Dundee United. Chevet has filled in for him at centre-half. Certainly felt something. Meantime, Aguiar picks this up. Devlin, Chaliti. Diamande. Asgard available. Neil. Asgard for Romans. Deflected cross, rather awkwardly dealt with by Esselink. It presents Rangers with a corner.
Forbes is struggling for Dundee United. They're going off it, knocking that challenge for the long throw in from Ferry, but he's thought about going down a few times. He's clearly struggling.
Well, he was toiling in his efforts to get back there.
He ran back like me there, Ian.
Asgard goes long, Fernandez back across, and Chimiti blocked.
Couldn't get a clear shot at it, Chimiti. United getting the blocks in.
Romans in, flicked away by Esselink. Another corner for Rangers as they search for an equaliser.
To keep it alive. You just can't get a clear shot at it. Chimiti takes a little touch out his feet, but what was there from Aguiar?
Asgard making the signals. Fernandez trying to wriggle himself free there. The third successive corner.
Yeah, in the first half, was the flat delivery, little clip from Asgard.
By Neil Fernandez. And Walton gathers just about.
He just doesn't get enough behind it, Fernandez. Good spell for Rangers, keeping the pressure on. Dundee United culminates in this. Free header for Fernandez. As well to get the space, just doesn't get enough on it. Walton gathers it, second attempt.
okay now. Jim Goodwin checking up on him. Very. He's found its way to Asgard. He might fancy a pop himself. It's a really good effort. But Jack Lawton saw it coming.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the half for Rangers. Asgard, you can see he's desperate to get it onto his right foot. Tate buys it. Lawton needs to scramble across to make the save.
Can certainly strike a football. Tano Asgard, we've seen that in his time at Rangers. He will now take this corner. I think the groundsman will be too happy with him there. Asgard's corner too low to cause any danger.
Yeah, he can maybe blame the pitch there.
Fernandez still up there. Here he is again. Colombo challenged by Chevet, who's released Sapsford. Lockie Rose.
Chance there for Dundee United to overload.
Rangers playing with purpose here. Chimiti, Diamande. Flag goes up.
Well, I know it's offside, but when it comes into Chimiti for the through ball, I thought he could have played that across first time. When Shanklin potentially looking for it. That flash across, and when he takes the touch, Shanklin adjusts his run. Offside anyway, but it's that intention. They won't make the run in behind. Chimiti certainly started a half at a higher tempo, Rangers.
Needs must as they pursue an equaliser here at Tannadice. Romans. Chimiti chasing. Excellent across. Goal kick is the verdict.
Certainly come on, make an impact. Chimiti, he's a speed on S-line. He does well, he just slows him down a little bit.
Goodwin's only win against Rangers was in the cup tie at St Mirren in 2020. Not beaten them in 18 league encounters. Rose took a knock on the head, which VAR are actually looking at, but then they do look at everything of note, and it was a very quick check. Rawlings will take this. Will be left for Josh Rawlings, another Australian whose grandmother Trina was actually born in Arbroath. He played against him in the League Cup. He leaves it for Will Ferry to go long. Has shaken off that knock, but Fernandez typically won it. Tate away by Godfrey. Nice header on from Chimiti. Chevet is going to be shown a yellow card for a foul that was always coming and lasted a while.
Yeah, he held on to him for a while there. Great strength from Diamande, because he could easily have gone down, but he's trying to stay on his feet. That's really well, actually. Chimiti races in, but clear of yellow, as you'll see.
Godfrey. Shanklin. Godfrey closed down by Dylan Tate. How Has the captain's armband, as he did in the League Cup group stage when Ross Graham wasn't playing. Sterling looking for Chimiti. Away by Rawlings. Sterling onto it. Shankland. Asgard! It's an opening! It's a goal! He is so capable of that! Another brilliant strike from Telo Asgard! And that is the response that was required from Rangers! The first goal of the Derek McInnes era!
And what a goal it is. Great touch from Taylor Asgard, but what's Shankland here, just backing into forwards, then gets the initiative, he can't get the clearance. That take is magnificent from Asgard, as is the finish. Just keeps his eye, look at Shankland using his body. This little touch here, outstanding from Asgard, and the finish is even better on the left foot. Such great technique. Walton's got absolutely no chance. They've come out fired up their second half, Rangers, and they've got the reward.
He strikes the ball so cleanly and so wonderfully. His first Rangers goal against Dundee United last season, that was pretty special as well, as I recall.
His technique's superb. And the little fake, dragging it from his right to his left. The defender goes for it. Looks like he's going to shoot with his right, just a little flick inside, and the finish, outstanding.
The mistake there, though, has let Rose in again. Ben Godfrey has to take Rangers out of a potential hole. Fans in a better mood now after a sizzling strike from Asgard, but they do have a corner to contend with, and that means Will Ferry to take it. Sapsford chose to give him a better angle. Asgard is there to clear that. Jesse Randall running onto it.
It's what worked from Dundee United. He's in for the challenge here. Managed to get himself free at the back post, but defended well by Asgard.
In the air by Chevet. Misjudged by Fernandes. Lockie Rose. Romans steps in.
Yeah, just a couple of lapses in concentration for Rangers, just giving United a little bit of encouragement to go and get the ball forward again.
Asgard. Rangers hoping to win their opening game in the Premiership for the first time since 2022. Livingston. Ferry will trot across again here, though, to launch a throw. Excellent moves to that near post again with Forbes. Aguirre, another potential target. Excellent helped it on. Under Kane. Fernandes. Well, they eventually cleared it.
Yeah, I mean, mentioned that a minute ago, they're giving Dundee United encouragement. Rangers don't put the ball forward, get it in the box. Exactly convincing.
And of course, we'll check on Will Ferry. As we approach the hour mark. An hour played. Dundee United and Rangers locked together at 1-1. Too many draws was the issue for Jim Goodwin's team last season. 15 in the Premiership. Sterling. Diamande. Away by Chevet. Is lining up a long throw of his own after all we've seen from Will Ferry tonight. Oops.
That's not how to do it.
Well, they can see it from his side.
It just slips out his hand. Interestingly, Will Ferry, every time the ball goes out, he takes one that's on the side, not the ball that's been in play, so that he can get a drier ball. And Asgard, man, Rangers back level, he's been all over the place. He's playing off that left-hand side. He was playing more central in the first half, but he's still got that licence to go. A great effect for the goal.
But Esseling's game is over here. He's taken a knock, and he's going to be replaced by the Moldovan international Yuri Iovu, who offered the most tackles for Dundee United in the Premiership last season. Ross McCrory made his return to Rangers. He's going to replace Ben Godfrey here. McCrory, who came through Rangers Academy, made his return to the club from Bristol City.
Yeah, on the right back, Sterling and at centre back, Godfrey clearly an injury rather than tactical.
And Godfrey clearly has an issue and is heading back to the dressing room. Then with Sterling alongside him now. Devlin, not quite what he planned, but Asgard almost rescued it. McCrory. Diamande. That's the free kick. Devlin. Shanklin. McCrory's in good place. Good position. Diamande. Sold McCrory short. And Will Ferry in. Asgard, hooked away by Chevet. Devlin onto it, of course he is. Here he is again. Dan Neal had to be taken away by Rawlings. Asgard, who scored the equaliser, is looking at some provider here. There's a right old battle going on in the box there. Sterling and Tate. Spot of wrestling. Comes from Asgard, hit away by by Forbes. Asgar with a second chance. Straight through to Jack Walton. It's a kick that is for Jesse Randall. But guess who arrived on the scene quickly? Cammy Devlin.
Great recovery as well. What a ball out it was from Walton. And they just couldn't get it under control the way he would like. He asked Cammy Devlin twice.
We've seen a few of these tonight. Popular ploy for so many teams in recent times. Will Ferry sends it in there. Fernandez meets it. Chevet. Ferry. Away by Fernandez again. Aguiyi over to Sapsford. Crawley inadvertently helps Sapsford out here. Fernandez stuck a leg out. Well, another long throw coming on.
What gives you that impression?
Well, they do have the height of the Moldovan Iovu in there now, as Ferry sends it right in there. Fernandez has been winning most of them, as you might expect. Chaliti giving Age a hard time. Rawlings over towards Randall. That's going to be a free kick, a foul by Romans.
Yeah, he just gets caught wrong side, Romans. Of the switch of play, takes his touch inside. I think Romans is expecting that touch to go down the line. He just gets him caught wrong side, he just holds him back. This is an opportunity now for Dundee United.
Randall is over it, but he's about to be joined by Ferry. It's Randall to whip that one in. Panda punches it away, but only to Aguiyi. Gets it back from Tate. Shanklin. McCrory. And Tate covering. McCrory has taken the number 2 shirt, vacated by outgoing captain James Tavernier. United are going to make a change shortly. 20-year-old winger Daniel Benny on loan from Queen's Park Rangers, only just arrived at the club, but he's going to play a part in this opening match. Well, that's been the way it is since Rangers scored.
Yeah, I mean, they really started the second half. Much higher tempo, pressure on Dundee United Rangers, and no responses yet.
Dundee United's goal scorer takes his leave. Daniel Benny, born in Hong Kong to Scottish parents, played in Australia. He was a teammate of Josh Rawlings at Perth Glory and reunited with him now here in Dundee. And Godfrey has a muscular injury, we're told. Could have worked that one out. Diamande. Neil. Benny gets his first touch, but McCrory made sure there wasn't the second one. Shanklin gets a break. Diamande.
that's not a foul for me. Tate just getting his body in, throwing himself on the ball. You see it so often in games, but it can be really frustrating.
Strapping on the thigh of Lockie Rose, who has already scored 4 goals for Dundee United tonight and in the League Cup group stage. On by Benny. Tate. Benny. It's come off Cammy Devlin to present Dundee United with a corner. Jesse Randall will take, came on as a sub 3 times for New Zealand at the World Cup. There it comes from Randall. Sapsford will knock it back, but McCrory there, it's actually been a push, I think.
Just as well for me. I know they deal with it, but there's an acres of space, Sapsford.
Sterling. McCrory has to turn back from Benny. Fernandez. Dan Neil, Shankland. Neat and tidy so far on this move. Devlin for Neil. Diamande. Falls back by Ferry. Diamande up towards Chamiti. Rangers will accept another corner.
Yeah, they just don't deal with it. Another little weighted cross to the back post for Chamiti, causes enough problems, just nice presence.
Rangers' 10th corner into double figures. Asgard takes it again. Fernandez couldn't get near it. Sterling. McCrory. Forbes nipped in front of Shankland. Tate. Panda quickly out. This might yet turn into something. No, Georgie won't beat Walton to that.
He's proactive, Panda, isn't he? It's a couple of times the ball's been played through and he's been off his line sharp to go and clear it up.
And Tate under pressure from Diamande. Goal kick in the end.
I'll tell you what, Forbes won't be thanking Dylan Tate for that pass. I mean, he's doing really well to deal with it, but just fired at him. Even if he's going to play it back, roll it so he can go and get the clearance first time, but he deals with it in the end.
United are going to make a double change, which will see the arrival of Panucci Kamara and new boy Jesse Metsoko. Into the final quarter of an hour in the opening game of the Scottish Premiership season. McCrory won that header. Yovu closed down by Asgard. Giving that away to Asgard. Devlin. Shanklin unable to feed Jamiti. Ferry was across. Flag will go up.
Yeah, Sapsford leaves it for Randall, but I think that Sapsford may well be onside here when he makes a run. Randall, this is slightly over the line here. Sapsford was off, but tight one for Randall.
Let's go, Chevet making way for Panucci Camara, who won the most possession for Dundee United in the Premiership last season. Sapsford will be coming off as well to be replaced by the Togo international Jesse Metsoko, who scored against Arbroath in the League Cup and against Salford City in Dundee United's final pre-season game. He's on loan from the Czech club Victoria Pilsen. Onwetu Makanya is warming up, having just joined Rangers. From Philadelphia Union, Benny. That will be a yellow card for Dujon Sterling.
Yeah, he does well, Benny, gets away, gets the ball first, just knocks it beyond Sterling, who's fully committed.
Well, Will Ferry has a chance to deliver here, as he so often did last season. Successfully so on many occasions. Sent in by Ferry. Forbes. Rangers claiming a handball. Jamiti clears. Back by Ferry. The ball's coming down soon. Here's Asgard. Jamiti. Shanklin is onto this. It's a good take, but his route was blocked by Will Ferry. Corey determined to win it back. Devlin style. Devlin gives it to Fernandez. McCrory. Asgard! That would have been another special one, had that worked out.
Oh, certainly would have. McCrory with the early ball in the left foot. Yeah, that would have been something special. I mean, his first goal was outstanding. Chance to see the Sterling yellow once again. He's way late. Benny gets there before him. No complaints there. And he didn't, to be fair to him.
Finlay Curtis has been called back by Rangers. Asgard. Jamiti. Devlin. Away by Neil. Finlay Curtis will be joining us soon in place of Cammy Devlin. Ross McCrory. The last 10 minutes of the 90. Foul by Ross McCrory, left of it, and he's going to get a yellow card for catching Will Ferry.
Again, another one that doesn't complain about it. Someone for Ferry. No wonder he didn't complain about it.
Certainly seen the players spurning treatment tonight. Nobody wants to go off for a minute.
Yeah, he could have taken treatment there though. He was quick for the challenge, but understandably, he's getting used to the new rules, new laws.
Curtis scored against Dundee United last season during his successful loan spell at Kilmarnock. He's waiting in the wings here. Curtis's form at Kilmarnock landed him a place in Scotland's World Cup squad. Cammy Devlin will make way. And Finlay Curtis could be the difference maker, but Derek McInnes is seeking. He wants a few more difference makers, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Comes on the right-hand side here, demanded back into midfield. But Finlay Curtis is going out and loan. Brave from him to go and play week in, week out. And when he was playing for Kilmarnock, he looked like he was going to score every time he played. So, yeah, I can understand that substitution. So there's a bit of frustration. There was a chance for Cammy Devlin to play the ball forward. He plays it back and inside, and Derek's just looking for more of an attacking outlet from his side.
Well, his Hearts team certainly showed their powers of recovery on a few occasions last season. Can his Rangers team complete a turnaround of their own here? Rawlings has given that away to Romans. Asgard. It's Romans. Flipped away by Benny. Just got a touch on it ahead of McCrory. Now that's a tackle from Finlay Curtis. Lost out in the end. Benny sends it across here. And Randall is closing in on goal. It's an awful effort in a big moment from Jesse Randall.
Huge moment. And absolutely spot on. It's awful from him. He takes a good touch, gets out his feet. Like he was just going to pass it on Panda.
Asgard. McCrory. Well, Dundee United might well have taken the lead if Randall could have sorted himself out there. Rangers looking to do that now with Shankland. Neil doesn't break for Diamande. Camera. Sterling. Well, Ferry's down at the moment. That's a cramp.
No wonder. Here's a chance here. Lovely pass from Benny. And he takes a good first touch here. That's such a poor effort. I mean, when it comes off, it looks brilliant. Panda stands tall, comes out, closes the ankle. Look at the gap there at the near post. I thought he was just going to pass it round him. He knows how big a chance that is.
It's absolutely massive at this level against this opponent. Dundee United fans were on their feet when he went through, but quickly back on their seat.
Couldn't ask for a better opportunity, particularly how the game's going for them.
A big miss. And now Rangers go for goal. Asgard floats it in. It's a goal kick. Ross McCrory is on the end of it.
It's a great delivery from Asgard. McCrory just can't get enough on it. Gets a contact in.
Well, this Premiership season starting tonight with all 6 matches live this weekend and 1,500 in total coming up this season. Well, we might have found a few more.
How many you doing? Just 1,000 for you this season.
Chimiti. Asgard. Chimiti, poor return in his quest to find Asgard. Ross McCrory will tidy things up.
Oh, Asgard could have gone for goal. I know he's far out, but we know his technique's great, so...
Shanklin, just wouldn't roll for him. Diamande. Ara stepped in. So did Dan Neil against the free kick. Is there a late goal in the offing here, but for which team? Rangers scored 22 goals from the 80th minute and onwards last season. It's a good habit to have. Manny Fernandez. Well, 20 attempts for Rangers, only 6 on target, only 1 goal.
Yeah, not many clear-cut, you would say, opportunities from it.
Still some players to come in. Offside flag has gone up against Chimiti.
I mean, Asgard, Nadiri, and Diamande have all operated in the wide areas this evening. It's clear that you just need to go and get some players that are used to playing in those positions. That creativity.
Dundee United could go 8 league matches unbeaten here for the first time since 2020, but Chimiti might have something to say about that. He's gone for goal himself. There were options alongside, and Curtis and Shanklin are making that very point.
Yeah, they can't quite believe it. When you go in that position, when you go for goal, you have to score when you've got teammates in a better position.
Romans.
Even as he's running in here, Chimiti, who slips, he never moves the ball. He's just waiting. I think you have to move it. Shift that on inside, it then moves the goalkeeper. Walton knows that it's going to be something special if he opens his foot up and passes that towards the far corner. If he moves that inside, it then affects the goalkeeper. He has to make a decision. Does he step to his left, and then that opens up that opportunity to fire it into the near post.
It was the wrong option and some from Youssef Chimiti. There are only going to be 3 minutes added on at Tannadice tonight. Benny now. Let's Soko that conviction. So 3 minutes to be added on. Still time for a winner, but not that much of it. Curtis helps it on. Forbes took it away from Shanklin. Chimiti with a clear foul there on Ferry, which was all rather needless.
As I mean, Ferry sees Chimiti coming, slows down a little bit, knows that that contact's then going to follow. Just right back in, I don't know what he's complaining about.
Three minutes for someone to step forward to win this opening match.
I don't think we'll get a better opportunity than the one Mando had.
Rangers are about to go 4 seasons running without winning their opening game, unless somebody would like to have a say in stoppage time. Drawn their last 3. Or last 2 rather. Could be 3 shortly.
Do you know something we don't?
Just teasing a goal. Dundee United might get another chance here to win this contest. Will Ferry's throw. McCrory won it. Dylan Tate has it. Yovu. Randall, who missed that big chance, big moment. But something might still happen. He's threw himself to the ground there, but Dundee United desperate to keep this alive. It's blocked by Asgard, and will we get another long throw at the end by Will Ferry? He's not actually moving yet.
He was cramping up 10 minutes ago. I think he's saving himself the run.
Josh Rawlings will have a go.
It keeps Will Ferry in position as well. Putting him over there is way out of position.
Romans away. The final minute at Tannadice. Now Shamiti. Could Rangers nick it? There's a fair bit to do from this point, especially as Shamiti has lost out to Aguiai. Diamande though. Almost fouled twice, still going. Goal kick is given there by Nick Walsh. And that's not gone down well.
It certainly hasn't. Shanklin having a word with Nick Walsh at the minute as well. He's in a great position here. Diamande's almost fallen over with the challenges. Does it like it comes off his right toe, Diamande.
And that is that. On the opening day of the new Scottish Premiership season, Derek McInnes' first game as Rangers manager ends in a draw. Lockie Rose just about put Dundee United ahead. The goal from Tello Asgard had tremendous quality and technique about it, but neither side were able to score a winner. Dundee United had 15 draws in the league last season, another one to start this, and Rangers have now gone 4 seasons without winning their opening game of the new Premiership season, despite being under new management. Derek McInnes has a bit to say to Nick Walsh. He needs to get himself out of there. What would be your final summary, James?
Yeah, I mean, he's frustrated Derek McInnes then, but ultimately his team hasn't done enough to go and win the game. Poor first half, much better second, real quality from that man, Taylor Asgard, to fire them back level. In actual fact, Dundee United the best chance to win the game, so I think overall, game of 2 halves and a draw probably a fair result.
One game down, 37 to go for these two teams, and 5 more live games to go across the opening weekend on Sky Sports. But for starters, at Tannadice, it's finished. Dundee United 1, Rangers 1.
Well, they couldn't be split over the 90 minutes. It is a very stern face from Derek McInnes as he makes his way towards the tunnel. Chris, not the way that he wanted to start his first competitive game. He would have wanted to come here and win. Yeah,
100%. But to be honest, I don't think Rangers deserve to win. We were far better the second half of what they were the first half. I thought Dan Neil for maybe 5-10 minutes when he came on at half time was on the ball, trying to make things happen. Rangers got a great equaliser through to Asgard, but did they really kick on after that? No, I thought James McFadden summed it up perfectly well there at the end. Dundee United had the best opportunity to win the game. But listen, it's 4 seasons in a row that Rangers have failed to win their opening game, and it's led to negativity after that. Derek has to go away in Europe with his team on Thursday and win. They need to win games.
It's a really difficult schedule that he's got very, very early on. It always is the case when your team is in European qualifying, but like Chris says, he's going to have to make sure that this doesn't breed negativity, that they take the positives and try and build into Thursday night.
Yeah, but
I take Chris's point, but Asgard, brilliant finish with the equaliser, and then you think Rangers have the momentum, they're going to go on and really pin Dundee United in. They didn't do that, and then the chance Dundee United had, golden opportunity, didn't take it. Look, I don't think Rangers deserve to lose the game. I don't think they had more shots than Dundee United, but they just lacked that little bit of creativity. I think Derek will be looking to bring wide players in. I thought McCrory, when he came on at right back, every time he got the ball, he passed it back. So Derek will be looking for more guile in that final third, I'm sure of that.
From a Dundee United point of view, they did take the lead, but I think if you'd said to Jim Goodwin before this game that they could get a point, he'd probably be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think either manager's going to be happy after the game, because Jim obviously will feel that they should have scored. It's an unbelievable chance. I say that. Thought it was sitting beside two really good strikers, but I don't know what I would have done there. But anyway, it's just a great chance. So look, Rangers started the second half the way we probably expected them to start the game. They were far better, far more on the front foot, and United couldn't get out. And eventually they weathered the storm. Like Chris said, Rangers never really pushed and capitalised on their goal and the momentum in the game. And United do a lot of credit deserved there for holding out for as long as they did.
Well, it is a point apiece in the first of our bumper weekend on this opening Scottish Premiership weekend. 1 down, 5 to go. We have them all for you right here on Sky Sports Football. Whatever your team, you can sit back and enjoy from the comfort of your sofa, and also check out the opposition ahead of what we hope will be a season that delivers plenty of drama once again. And from Thursday, all episodes of the Sky original Possession are available on Sky Atlantic, as an ambitious lawyer's latest job is to make her confront her biggest fear. Well, it was Dundee United who got the opening goal in this match and in this Premiership season. Lockie Rose on his league debut, but fellow Asgard back from the World Cup and back scoring goals for Rangers brought things level. We will reflect on all of it very shortly.
It's like someone put a curse on this town. It all started when that kid drowned last summer. There's something in these woods, and all it knows how to do is kill.
Mommy's here.
What's up, it's the kid, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and I'm here with Howard Charles. My new original series, Fightland, drops
More value at Lidl. Start with the key ingredient, the Lidl Plus app. Add this deluxe breakfast bundle, all for under €5. Pour in Corona 12 packs, now only $14.06. Then take a trolley already packed with incredible value and watch the price come down until you've saved over €30. And enjoy. Lidl. More to value. Don't forget you'll collect Lidl points on every shop with Lidl Plus.
Per Moretti Zero. Enjoy life's simple pleasures anytime.
What if we just kept driving?
Hey, what are you doing?
Think about it. This is everything we've ever dreamed of.
Vehicle 15, you are off route.
Just stop the van and turn around, will you?
What do we always say?
50-50.
50-50. Control. Package delivered.
The National Lottery. It could be you.
Take your time.
Life is full of firsts. Some don't go to plan. Some become cherished memories. Some remind us of the importance of someone having your back. Through all life's firsts, AIG has your back. New customers save 15% off your first car insurance quote at AIG.ie. AIG. Get a quote today.
Want salon quality hair every day? 8 in 10 think the answer is Tresemme Professional Thermo Sculpt Memory. For hair that feels healthier. To help lock in up to 72-hour style resilience.
It's the new Tresemme.
Try it.
The new Hot Honey McCrispy from McDonald's with melted cheese, bacon. We're all over the place here. Oh, the sauce.
Meet Sean. He's had a long day and now the headache's kicked in. Luckily, Panadol Extra tablets were made for people like Sean and for others who want strong pain relief that's more than just paracetamol. Panadol Extra tablets are boosted by caffeine to provide powerful pain relief. That's one for Panadol.
Each time you blink, think of Rakaya. Because for this little girl, each blink is torture. An infection called trachoma has turned her lashes inwards. Now each blink feels like thorns scratching her eyes. Will you do something amazing to help and give €5 a month to Sightsavers? You'll help children in remote regions get the medicines, surgery and care that can cure trachoma. But please don't wait. Text BLINK2 to 51155 and give just €5 a month, because each blink is torture for children like Rakaya.
Dad, I'm a genius. I can make us penguins fly.
That's going to be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad, just drink it. Huh? But why?
Why? It's 40 degrees below. Did you think we were standing here for fun?
Red Bull gives you wings, but only if you drink it.
Oh.
John from work said it's a lovely hike.
Right, Rosie, can I have the boots back? No, I meant the hiking boots bag. Did we not bring it?
Unexpected twists. That's
Well, that is what is to come, but in our season opener, Rangers coming from behind with this little bit of individual brilliance from Tello Asgard, and he is speaking to Luke Shanley.
Tello, how do you react to that draw on the opening day?
No, disappointed. I think we showed a good fight to get back into it, but I think ultimately we maybe lacked a bit of quality when it came into the final thirds. Yeah, as I said, we showed some spirit in the second half, but we just need to show a bit more and maybe a bit more calmness, me included. But yeah, I feel the support from the fans who came here, and looking forward to the next game now.
When you scored that goal, did you feel Rangers would have kicked on a bit more after that?
Yeah, obviously we got a good reaction out of the lads after the goal, but like I said, just a bit more calmness, a bit more quality. I know we're a new group, and it'll take time for these connections to be built on the pitch, but yeah, ultimately a bit disappointed. Yeah.
In terms of your own performance, how do you assess it?
Yeah, just try to get on the ball, try and enjoy myself like I always do, but yeah, try and take responsibility to score goals, create goals. So I was happy to get on the score sheet today. I always set out to do that. So, but yeah, still, it's about the team, and we need to win these sort of games. But I'm sure it'll come.
How do you make sure then that you put this one aside, you don't look at it too negatively and make sure you try and kick on, because obviously with Europe to come as well, it's going to be a busy time.
Yeah, got no time to be disappointed. We always reflect on the games and yeah, see what we could have done better and what we can take forward with us as well. But yeah, gotta listen to what the manager says today and tomorrow. But yeah, like you said, big European matches coming up, so I'll focus on them.
Yeah, with that cracking goal, we'll give you the William Hill Premiership Player of the Match award. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
It is a cracking goal. We will look at that a little bit later on. But in terms of Tello Asgard, a player who Chris mentioned just before kick-off, certainly has huge attributes that he can bring to the team. Has the problem maybe been for Rangers just not quite finding out where he is best suited to get the best out of what he has?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think last season he was a disappointment. I think that that Rangers fans and you know his players would have expected more of him. But that goal would do him the world of good. I mean, he's got a tremendous strike with both feet. I was disappointed with Rangers. I mean, that they changed at half time. More from what they didn't get from the fullbacks as much as anything. I mean, Romans, who I think is an excellent footballer going forward, he barely got forward. I mean, the way they played, Asgard was on the drift. They brought Neil on at half time and played Diamande narrow off the right, and then they had the change in the right back position. And when McCrory came on, every time he got the ball, he passed back. He was negative, and you just expected more from Rangers after they scored. Down the slope, they get themselves back in it, and you thought, here they go, they're going to put the foot on the throttle. They didn't do that, and they sort of let Dundee United back into the game. I think Dundee United sensed that, and then they had that wonderful opportunity, which they didn't take. When they missed the opportunity, I've got to say, I thought Rangers would go on and win it, but then even then they didn't really do enough. Not enough creativity in the final third. That will be a problem Derek McInnes will try and address.
The fullback that got forward getting balls in the box, and you criticised him as well.
Right, well, that is one goal scorer we've heard from. Let's hear from Dundee United's goal scorer. Lockie Rose is also with Luke.
How did you find that in the end?
Yeah, intense game. Obviously, it was good to see the crowd here, and obviously our fans that were singing loud the whole time. For us, look, it's good to get away with a point, but I think there's a few of us a little bit disappointed that we couldn't get a win there. For us, we want to win every game, and starting this season off with a win would have been great, but to get a point at home, to get that point on the board, that's the main thing.
We spoke before the game and you were saying that you wanted to utilise your own attributes within the team structure. Do you feel that that was shown tonight in both cases in terms of you individually and the team?
Yeah, I think defensively we were really strong. For me, obviously, I work really hard and that's my game, and I just love winning. And I think for all of us, we went in with a winning mentality, and obviously not to get the 3 points is disappointing, but you could see tonight that we really gelled well together. And yeah, obviously to get a point at home is good, but we want to make sure we get 3 points next time.
Talk us through that goal.
I think there was a bit of everything going on, to be honest with you. It happened so fast, so just went in. As long as the ball goes in the back of the net, I don't care. So get a goal, which is good, but obviously, as I said, the main thing for me is I just love winning, and I wish we won tonight.
So it's fair to say it was a kind of controlled, steered shot at the bottom corner. Would that be fair?
To be fair, those ones you gotta just adjust really quick, and hopefully it goes in. And obviously tonight, I just adjusted quick and was able to get there. And yeah, Zach and I have a really good understanding where each other's going to make runs. So obviously that helped a little bit. And yeah, obviously to get a goal at home, first game of the season's good. But for me, it's more about getting 3 points on the board.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Sean, you said at half-time you didn't think he knew anything about it. Luke was trying his hardest to get him to admit to that, but he's not having any of it. Good striker, that. Claim every goal. It's a good finish.
Yeah, he made a great run into the box, so he deserves the little bit of luck that he got. Just a little bit.
At this point, Dundee United had put together some good passages of play in those wide areas.
I think if you look at it as well, they've got bodies in the box, but I mean, you can see it goes up, tries to link it in. Yes, he got a little bit lucky there, but all of a sudden he's turned, he's in the box, he's looking for things to happen. The total opposite from Rangers. They say Dujon Stillen, when he sees it, he has to identify that Manny Fernandez has went into the middle of the pitch. He has to narrow in. You can see Romans is there. Can he do better? Can he get there? Try and stop the cross a lot better than what he does. If Stillen then comes in, then Godfrey can go across the front post and maybe cut it out there. But once Stillen doesn't come in, once Fernandez doesn't come in, Rangers are all over the place defensively, and that's what happens. I mean, how many times do we see teams getting to the byline and rejecting the chance to put it across goal? put it across. You just never know what happens, especially when people are running back, whether it's defenders, whether it's strikers. It can hit off you and go in. Look, he's tried to talk us through it. It was a great finish in there. I think he's reacted well enough to get a touch on it, but it's in the back of the net. He won't care. He's up and running for the season. But, you know, as I said, for me, going back to it, get the balls across the box. Strikers will thrive on it, but also if they're not there, it could hit off defenders, and that's exactly what happened for Dundee United.
Yeah, Rangers, very different type of goal. Brilliance, like you said, from Tello Asgard, and it was a great first touch, great finish, and this is what he can bring.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we'd see more of this last season. I think Shanklin does brilliantly well here, just to back in and make it difficult for Forbes. And then it's a great little shift. The touch from Asgard is superb. There's the header from Forbes, reads it brilliantly, little shift onto his left, and then the finish comes off his feet. And he absolutely makes no mistake with that, lashes it in. No, the goalkeeper's not saving that. It's a wonderful moment for him, lovely take, not easy at all. And then the power on the shot, no keeper saving that.
Rangers started with Shanklin sort of in behind Naderi initially, and then Chermiti came on at half-time. Is there a question to suggest that Rangers could play Shanklin up front with Asgard as the player in behind and get those two to perhaps form a partnership?
Yeah, because I don't think either Naderi or Chermiti. I thought Chermiti was better than what Naderi was the first half. It's an interesting one. I mean, I had it myself when myself and Kenny were the strikers, and I think you always worked at it that maybe Kenny would be the one who was the one further up, and he would try and go into the channels, and then it allowed me to get in the box. Yes, get in the box, but. For me, I personally like to see Lawrence Shanklin as the highest one. I think he can link the play and get runners off there, and it's not as if any Rangers strikers right now, or the one who's at the top end of the pitch, wants to go into the channels. Rangers have to. Derek has spoken about it. I think numerous times in the last few weeks. They need to get creativity into the team. They need to get width.
Where are you getting your pace from, though? I mean, if Lawrence plays that far forward as the number 9.
Yeah, it's a good point, but I think when he does, if he can get it in, all of a sudden if he's taking touches, you can get runners off him. But then that comes that Rangers have to. They were deep there tonight. I think, especially the first half, I think they would need to move 10, 15 yards further up the pitch and allow the team to get up. I think they've done that for maybe 10, 15 minutes at the start of the second half, and we've definitely seen a different Rangers team in that period of time than what we had saw in the first half. They were more aggressive, they were on the front foot. I think Lawrence Shanklin, you can see there, he's intelligent, he knows when to use his body, he knows when to take touches, whether it's one or two, whether he needs to lay it off, 2 or 3 touches, whether he needs to lay it off first time. He's an intelligent footballer, but Chris is right, it's all well having somebody up there, you've got to have runners off him, and it's a good.
It's not Asgard's game, really.
Yeah, I think he likes to go and float and get on the ball and try and make things happen. I mean, I know it looks as if Bajrami's going to leave. I've always thought there's a player in there as well. Whether it's Rangers have tried to move him on to bring other players in. He was someone who you felt as if could get on the ball and maybe slip those little balls through and everything, but it's not to be. As I said, I think he's going to move on to pastures new. But for Rangers, look, it's a point away from home, which I think in the grand scheme of things for the majority of teams would say it's a good, but for Rangers to go and try and challenge the thing, I know there's a long way to go, but you want to go off your front foot. You all of a sudden, as I said, it's been the last 3 seasons in a row now, 4 now, that Rangers have failed to win the opening day, and all of a sudden it just starts to breed that negativity. I mean, the fans were in full voice here until Dundee United scored, then all of a sudden there was a change. They want to back something, they want to get behind something, and I'm sure there'll be better performances ahead. Derek spoke about get the 3 points. He hasn't been able to do that, but as I said, Rangers haven't lost the game either.
No, and neither have Dundee United, but I think had this not happened, Jim Goodwin would have been quite happy with the point. But what a huge opportunity to win the game towards the end. Sean, you said you wouldn't know what to do in that position. You can talk us through the build-up, and then we'll maybe let the two next to you take over.
It's great awareness. We're actually, Chris is shouting for him to square it. It's a great touch. Well, it's 2 great touches, but look, he puts his head down and he has no idea where the goalie's doing or where he's at. The lads will talk you through what he should be doing.
I mean, Chris, he takes a good first touch. It's out his feet. I think he sees the goalkeeper running towards him. His head's down, and then he doesn't know where the goalkeeper is by the time he comes back up. His mind's set that I'm going to try and chip him. I mean, I haven't a clue what he's trying to do. And he's just got to move it and hit it.
I think he's trying to kid the goalkeeper on, isn't he, with his head down. I think if you look from the angle behind, I think there's a big space at the near post. But the fact that's an unbelievable pass from the sub. Benny, but he takes a touch there, and then he puts his head down, and the keeper reads it. But if you look from, I think there was the angle behind, he leaves a big gap at the near post. He could just slide it there, but he doesn't because he doesn't get his head up and look, and that's the issue.
He doesn't move the ball either. As soon as it comes out, as soon as he gets down, it's straight. And then his head's down, and then when he takes it out, he thinks, you know, the goalkeepers can far enough out to chip it. I mean, it's a terrible effort. Let's not get away from it.
Yeah, and it means that the game does end all square. That huge chance for Dundee United will perhaps leave Jim Goodwin thinking that they could have taken all 3 points from this one, and perhaps should have as well. But Derek McInnes will get his thoughts as well after a draw in his first competitive game. We'll hear from them both when we return.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish football coverage on Sky Sports.
Have you texted Christy about meeting here instead? She's not got a mobile yet.
It's 087.
What?
So who's WB then?
It's a phone. And a camera.
The quality.
Nana, can you turn your camera around, please?
It must be your phone.
Can you see? Oh.
Michael, go fix your phone.
Hello, Judy here.
Hi, love. Just a quick note to see how you're getting on at the game top.
Vodafone, connecting you to what matters most for 25 years.
Did I ever tell you about the time I met Sean? So the bar is packed, yeah? And I'm trying to chat to this girl!
What was she going to do? Eat you alive?
Yeah, when I... Not now. Sorry for your loss. And little did I know, I just met my best friend.
Make time for the stories and the friends you never get tired of. Bulmers. It's our time.
Happy is only 6 years old, but she has already suffered enough pain for a lifetime. For most of her short life, she's had trachoma, which if not treated soon enough, turns the eyelashes inwards, so that every time she blinks, her eyelashes gradually scratch away her sight. You could help our local teams to prevent trachoma before it starts to damage children's eyesight. Please text HAPPY6 to 51155 or visit sightsavers.ie/TV to donate €5 a month. Help us reach children like Happy before they lose their sight forever.
Want salon quality hair every day? 8 in 10 think the answer is Tresemme Professional Thermo Sculpt Memory. For hair that feels healthier, to help lock in up to 72-hour style resilience.
It's the new Tresemme.
Try it.
We have a loyalty scheme.
Oh, those two words don't sound great together. How do I join this loyalty scheme?
Simple. Just give us your personal details.
What?
Download the app. Save your receipts. Search for discounted products. Check voucher expiry dates. And don't forget to scan your card.
Okay. Or you could just lower your prices.
Unexpected item in bagging area.
Aldi don't do loyalty schemes. Just low prices every day. It's not complicated. The new Hot Honey McCrispy from McDonald's with melted cheese, bacon. We're all over the place here. Oh.
Was convicted of faking evidence that she had been abused by an Asian gang in the seaside town of Barrow-in-Furness.
She definitely lied, but the question is why.
Grooming has been going on in Barrow, and it's been going on a long time.
There was dozens of girls making similar allegations.
I tried to come forward, but I wasn't believed.
There's truth in what she's saying. Stuff that she knows you wouldn't know if you weren't involved.
I was arrested less than 24 hours after reporting a grooming gang in Barrow.
It's the easy route, just shut these girls up.
It's an open secret in this area.
William Hill, proper supporter of Scottish football coverage on Sky Sports.
Derek McInnes has his first point on the board as Rangers manager, but looking at his face, you would think that he would have wanted that to be plural rather than singular. Let's get his thoughts after it all. He is with Luke.
Derek, what's your assessment on that draw tonight?
Thought we worked hard for our point, but we didn't do enough to win the game. Disappointed with a lot of the first half. Expected us to show a wee bit more composure. I thought their front three spooked us at times in making those runs, just continually making runs to try and penetrate without knowing they were getting the ball, just to take our back line back. And I just thought there was too many spaces. And then on the back of that, I just thought we needed to play a bit better and make better decisions. I think we had Ryan's chance and one or two other little things first half, but nowhere near enough. I thought we kind of wasted the first half, and we gave ourselves a problem in terms of losing a poor goal. So the response was good. I think the changes helped us, and that side of it. I thought Tello's goal was magnificent. I know he's such a great technical, sweet striker of the ball, and you're not surprised when he makes a connection like that. We would just like to get him into those areas a wee bit more. And we tried him in the 10, but it didn't really work for us, to be honest. And when he plays off that side, he looked a wee bit more at home. So, and I thought we played for about 15, 20 minutes. And that's not enough if you're going to win a game, particularly away from home. We need to be, after scoring the equaliser, I thought we missed the opportunity to really kind of crank it up. And I just thought our desire to get the equaliser was clear. I thought we had some good moments in the goal. It felt as though it was coming. But then after that, I don't think we quite did the same to go and get the winning goal. So plenty of effort. No, we're not going to be perfect at this stage of the season. No player is. You know, it's our first competitive game. But clearly we need to try and improve. But we dug ourselves out a hole, get a point. Disappointed we've not picked up all three. But we've got to be honest, we didn't do enough.
In particular in that first half, did that surprise you about your team, or did you just feel just a bit underwhelmed?
We thought Dundee United would come and put full press on. We thought they would back themselves to come and do that, and they did. And when we needed to play, we didn't play with anywhere enough rhythm. And when we needed to go into strikers, as we did do quite a lot, we needed to look after it a bit more than we did, and we didn't. And it was times to take touches of the ball. And it was too many times it was one touch and flicked in the corner and lost possession, and we just need to take a hold of it and take a wee bit more responsibility with that. So if teams want to come after us, we're going to have to make sure that we connect with the game a lot better than we did do. So so from that point of view, disappointed, as I say. We felt we kind of wasted a lot of the first half. But listen, the squad's know exactly where we want it. We're still fighting to get good options in. And I think the squad will look a lot different once the window closes. So we're still working hard to try and get the right additions in, but clearly we could do with a wee bit of help in that.
Yeah, you mentioned the phrase difference makers. Is that maybe an example tonight of why you just need that bit more finesse?
So I thought second half as the game gets stretched, I thought we had opportunities to play in the spaces, and then we need people with ability to go past. So obviously we play Tello and Deal narrow off the sides to allow full-backs to go, but I still felt that we still would like a winger to go and get at people and make the difference and get people on the back foot. And we never really quite had that, and we're working hard to bring those types of players to the club. I think a club like Rangers should have those types. People that like to be exposed 1v1 with full-backs, and I do think our strikers are all dependent on service, and we need to try and provide that service. Otherwise there's no point having the quality in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of the goal, if we're not going to get the ball there time and time again. So we're working hard. The recruitment team have we're in constant dialogue with them, and we know what we want, and hopefully we get what we want.
1 year ago on the opening day, I spoke to, it was 2 managers ago, there was a lot of talk about what was wrong with Rangers and what was wrong with the team and where they needed to go. From your point of view on match day 1, are you more encouraged, or do you feel that there is still a lot of work to do in terms of your era in charge?
Yeah, well, it's one game. I'm not really interested in what's happened previously, but from my point of view, we are going to get better as we go along. It's disappointing we've dropped a couple of points, but we need to be honest enough. We weren't good enough to pick up all 3. And there's certain things where I think what we need to do is understand that when we do get a wee bits of momentum, we've got to have more trust in what we're doing. We've got to keep the shoulder at the wheel, and we've got to do simple things better. And I do feel that we make a mistake or we make a bad decision, and we give the other teams a bit of encouragement just when you think we've got them. And those types of little things, lacks of concentration, and as I say, just making sure we keep the momentum going has to be something that's constant with us. And I don't feel we're anywhere near that yet, but we're working towards that.
Just finally, how's Ben Godfrey?
He felt his hamstring tighten up, so he's with the physio and the doctor there before I came in. So obviously that would be a natural concern. We're not overly blessed with defenders, as you can see. Makahani, who we've signed, we still has a potential, maybe be a risk for getting a visa for Poland for the away game. And Ross McCrory's been struggling a wee bit with a knee complaint, so we don't have our troubles to seek on that side. So it's something where we might need to address.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Pretty honest assessment there from Derek McInnes, and quite similar to your assessment of their performance as well, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what you get with Derek. I don't think he's a manager that comes in and tries to bluff his way through an interview and try and convince fans that it was scintillating football, that Rangers were very unlucky coming here tonight. As I said, you know, the first half wasn't good enough. The second half, they had a 10-15 minute spell where they looked on it. They looked as if players wanted to do things in 1-2 touches, and they were moving for each other. Got on the ball, scored a lovely goal, and then all of a sudden just went back to maybe taking 3-4 touches before passing the ball, deciding to go back the way rather than committing to a forward pass. Chris has touched on it as well. I think, you know, when McCrory came on, a lot of the thing was down the line and then coming back. But again, that's down to, as Derek touched on there as well, it's down to Rangers not having an out-and-out winger. I mean, I don't think Ross McCrory is someone who is going to get on the ball and go and take people on. What he is someone who can get on the ball and pass it to a winger, go and back him up and make sure he's secured behind the ball, and allow the winger to go and isolate the full-back 1v1. It didn't happen for Rangers, after they got the equaliser. But as I said, I think Derek McInnes sums it up there. Rangers will still need a few players in. They will get stronger, but you can't lose what has happened tonight. It's another opening day game that Rangers have failed to win.
Yeah, failed to win. Dundee United with a point as well. They've now gone 8 home league games without defeat. So let's hear from Jim Goodwin. He's with Luke.
Jim, it's a point. Could or should it have been 3?
Well, firstly, I think it's always important to get a point on the board as early as possible. The longer it goes on when you don't, then it becomes an issue. But I thought the overall performance tonight was excellent. First 45 minutes, I thought we were the better team. Really aggressive in our press, didn't allow the Rangers players any free time on the ball, competed really well, very aggressive all over the pitch really, and played some really good football in that period. I expected a reaction from Rangers in the second half, and we certainly got that for the opening maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and we needed to just try and settle things down. Rangers were quite direct there in the end, bringing on Chamiti, and obviously Shankland's a handful, and we coped really well, I thought, in every aspect. It's a brilliant finish from Asgard. Take nothing away from his first touch is excellent, take it away from the defender, and then I don't think there's a keeper in the country that could save the shot with the power on it.
What were you thinking when Randall's going through late on?
I'll probably not tell you what I said to him down the stairs, but obviously really disappointed. But I hate to be too critical of him, because I thought his overall performance was excellent. I thought he was a real threat all night, and of course if he gets an opportunity like that again in the future, I'm pretty sure his decision making will be different to what it was. It would have been a great 3 points. I thought over the whole piece, when you break it down and you look at the different metrics within it, a draw is probably fair, but when you look at that one big glorious chance, you just think what might have been.
Derek McInnes felt a draw was fair as well. Do you feel in terms of your team you showed both sides to your game very well today?
Yeah, I thought we did. I mean, we spoke about the pace, prior to the game and trying to get behind the Rangers back line, and I thought we saw lots of that. I thought we saw some great build-up in the first 45 minutes. My goalkeeper's distribution was excellent, but having the courage to do that is a difficult thing. We see it every day in training, but here, in front of the cameras, in front of a full house, have you got the guts to go and do it? And I thought we saw lots of glimpses of that. But look, it's something definitely for us to build on. A good opening performance. You could see what it means to the supporters there. They certainly appreciated the efforts of the team. And we've got to go and try and replicate that now at Tynecastle next weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks very much, Luke.
Yeah, good start for Dundee United, and you could see relationships have started to build with all these new players coming in already in terms of their performance tonight, coming through the League Cup campaign. That can help from what you saw very early on in the League Cup campaign with Montrose compared to now. How much have Dundee United grown already, and how much could they grow further?
Excellent tonight, I have to say. When we played against them, you could see that they were trying to play out, and they had certain movements and patterns that they wanted to play in, but tonight was night and day. I mean, that first half was, he was right, he was it, they were excellent, and Rangers couldn't get near them. They deserve a lot of credit. They were very brave on the ball, under pressure as well, but the press wasn't high enough from Rangers. But full credit for Dundee United. And like you said, first 10-15 minutes, the momentum definitely swung with Rangers. Rangers didn't capitalise. You could say that Dundee United done really well to weather the storm and then tried to counter. The big disappointment is the chance at the end, and that could have been the difference. Should have been the difference really, with 3 points.
Yep, a point apiece is what they will have to settle for. Guys, thank you very much for joining me here this evening, starting the season off, all 6 opening games across this weekend live right here on Sky Sports, and they are part of 1,500 live matches right across the Premier League, EFL, WSL and Scottish Premiership across Sky channels this season. Well, we are back, we are underway, and we have to get up the East Coast to Aberdeen. We will see you from Pittodrie tomorrow. Bye for now.